Hello.
Yeah.
Was that a yip?
That was a yeehaw.
Ah, okay. Yep. So, who would like to recap last time in the Machinus campaign?
I don't remember. So, Ariel, take it
Harsh.
away. I don't remember exact details. Leave me and my dumb brain alone.
No, it's okay. We do that every session we have Ariel. It's okay.
It's okay.
We're trying so hard here.
I take so many notes.
Thank you.
We got the name of we got the name of somebody off of the Jackal's collar, the cat jackal that we killed in the graveyard, and an address. After that, it's just kind of cleanup, getting the bodies taken care of, getting rid of them. Sabriel making sure nobody is diseased by any of them. Mercury tells Sabriel on the drive back about Mac, so he's now in that loop. Of note, so far only Mercury and Saren have been unaffected by the wind on Mac. Everybody else does feel like the breeze going by. Mercury also mentioned more of how Mac kind of came to be, or at least came to be with her. Mac can't remember anything specific apparently, but was found in a bit of a junkyard. And kind of made a deal with Mercury to build Mac something, a body to feel powerful or free or something again, and it was a motorcycle. In the meantime, bloody Yakety Sax is playing as we try to walk Ray home.
Is it?
Oh
no, last session. I thought you meant right now.
No.
Yeah, last section.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My
I
God.
realize now the confusion, but
Yakety Attacks might as well be playing right now.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yakety Sax might as well have been playing then, honestly.
Yeah.
Alternatively, they did the equivalent of Amazing Plan.
Benny Hill theme.
Yep. Because Ray didn't want to be walked home. Saren insisted on walking Ray home. Saren had promised to walk Ray home. Ray started calling friends and running, and friends called police on Ray's behalf, and it was, oh boy.
Roddy fucking dipped.
Yeah.
he was the smartest bitch in the room, that's why.
He was
Roddy was like, I
He
ain't
had
going
other
to
shit
jail
to
for
think
this
about.
fucker.
He had been stabbed recently. He's not about this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go back to that in a moment. It resolved okay. Ray got escorted home, and nobody got arrested for anything.
Same.
Did you just say shame?
Lame.
Ariel's like, oh.
Fun fact, whatever just happened, I missed it because I sneezed my headphones across the room again.
Oh my God,
Ty said
Conrad.
lame, and it derailed the entire thing.
Ariel went, is that a threat?
Not quite.
That's the thing. I think sometimes the shit that goes through Ariel's head is, oh, if I cursed, I would curse right now.
If Ariel could curse, she would have power none of us could compete with.
Yes.
If I could curse, you wouldn't blink. That would be no different. It just
That would
be the norm.
No, I see. I refuse to believe that you curse. Sorry, that you don't curse by choice. I have to believe it's some kind of limiter on your power, because otherwise
There's
you
an
get too powerful.
inhibitor. There's an inhibitor relay in Ariel's brain that doesn't allow her to curse
Well, I mean,
because
pretty much.
God had to nerf her somehow.
John, thank you for exactly the energy I was going for.
Oh, in the meantime, that night, Roddy dreams via the Fane about his past, bullying at a boarding school, and then a second dream about a young woman who Roddy promises to find. On the note of Roddy, going back a little bit, previously he'd shown up at Mercury's place with the car riddled with bullets, bleeding, not doing
Stabbed.
great. Apparently, we resolved, or at least he and the DM resolved exactly what happened, and as a tiny further detail, Roddy showed up with a knife still in his chest.
Yep.
Mercury kept it.
Yep, Mercury has a new knife.
It's a real
Mercury
fucked
has
up
a new
one.
knife.
Came from somewhere. Anyway. The next day,
That is a dangerous knife. That is like a war crime knife.
No, that's not the one that was still in your chest. That
Oh
one killed
shit. That one, yeah. That would have killed me.
Good to know. Fun things are in there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the next morning, Ray, Sabriel, and Mercury meet Fenziel, Ray's friend, uh, at who showed up at Mercury's
Shit,
place.
the art.
Yep. Yep.
My art.
There's a lot of interesting character interactions. They find out that Ray's first name is actually Reason. Fenzi recognizes a couple of names Roddy's been looking into, has a vested interest in some of them, are in particular Sadie Murtaugh. Murtaugh?
Smurtaugh.
Murtaugh.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to find art.
At the same time, Saren is not at Mercury's place and is off investigating stuff about the jackal or dog collar. Finds out that the jackal belonged to an old half-elven man, former ranger, who died naturally approximately 11 or so days ago. The jackal went missing after his death, and he was interred at Balancing Burial Mausoleum. A few dogs got into the mausoleum a few days ago and rested by this former ranger's statue. When Saren went to investigate there further, she found one currently sleeping by the statue of an earth genasi called Elizabeth Avalanche. Incidentally, the owner of the mausoleum is a Maribel Avalanche. And when Saren heads to Mercury's place, giving Fane info dump of her findings along the way, Mercury and Roddy, through the Fane vision, spot something Saren missed. A jackal necklace insignia on the last statue of Elizabeth, and the fact that most in the Avalanche area had some sort of emblem of the jackal. And that is the last I wrote down. I believe that Saren is either still heading to or arriving at Mercury's. The others
I
are
believe she had just arrived.
gathered there. I think. Unless, Roddy showed up because Fenzi was talking to him. So yeah, everybody should be at Mercury's.
Yeah.
So as you guys
Breakfast
finish
at
up your breakfast
Mercury's.
burritos, whoever chooses to partake in burrito, may choose to do so.
Mercury will save one for Saren.
Now I remember, she was already there because she was handed one of those.
Yep.
Okay, good.
If I recall correctly, the only one still there was Venus, right? Or did Venus already leave?
I thought she was still there.
Okay. Yeah, so then Venus is sitting at the table with you guys, more so discussing general, non-important things in the wake of Fenzi's leaving. Saren, you had your chance to eat if you partook. In general, it's a... Well, you guys are free to do as you wish. By the way, Roddy, you should be long rested by now.
Yep. Right. Yes. I'm not bleeding out, thankfully.
Currently.
Right now.
Currently.
Well,
But I will also say, for the record, Sabriel, if you do wish to ask questions, now you may for Roddy. Because he actually knows what happens now.
Yep.
as you're doing that, by the way, Mercury is actually going to pull out the knife and just... So do you want this back?
Someone tried to put it in my chest. I think I'll let you keep it, actually.
Right.
I've
Well,
been meaning
who?
to ask.
who did that?
Yes, what led to all that?
He starts, like, rubbing his face tired. It's a bit of a blur, really. I'm not even sure how long I was out.
You don't have to say it if you don't want to. Just
Still trying
You were
to
gone.
process it.
You were gone for about a week, if that helps.
what's the first thing you remember from the last time you saw us?
Well, we had dealt with the jackals, and I said I was gonna go out and...
This was before the Jackals.
This was before the jackals?
This was post of the Dragonborn.
Yeah, so we had finished up everything with the Dragonborn. And, I don't know.
What did you intend to do then, at that time?
I was heading west, looking for someone.
Oh,
Who's someone?
Sadie?
Sadie, yeah.
Who's Sadie?
An old flame, you could call her, I guess.
Intensive. Must have been pretty intensive a flame if you're still, going after her.
You got more stabbed than burned though, Roddy. Sorry about that.
I know.
She
I
missing?
Venus snickers.
looking after someone you care about is nothing that needs justified.
I didn't like the thing. I didn't like the way I left things.
How'd you leave things?
By getting... by driving through a portal to the Feywild and never seeing her again.
Huh.
Feywild.
Why the Feywild?
How'd you get back?
With help.
Hmm.
So, did you go back to the Feywild last week? Or
No.
trying to... Okay.
No, did not. At least... don't think I did.
Do you think the way back is in the west? What made you think west?
I've been hanging around east here for a while now, and, never heard hide nor hair of her, so thought I'd head west to the various cities and try my luck there.
Hey,
She'd
but
have gotten out, but
And you
What?
say your memories aren't intact?
it's all fuzzy.
Out of character, Conrad, how known is that effect to Sabriel, if it is, in fact, an effect?
It's a well-known thing, though I'll say specifically between this campaign and the next there'll be a lot of interplanar stuff, which I'm not going to spoil yet.
Mhm.
So you can,
That's why I asked.
Yeah, you know of that side effect. You know it is a thing related to the Feywild, as well as some of the other, what will be referred to as the mental planes.
Mhm.
Shadowfell, Feywild, some of the celestial planes, stuff like that.
Yep.
It's not unheard of, but with this connection to the Feywild, you wouldn't be surprised.
And
Alright.
just kind of nods and, well, you might have ended up maybe not specifically there, but if you're looking for it, and you're
I
having trouble
wasn't.
remembering,
I wasn't looking for the Feywild. As much as I enjoyed my time there, I guess, I don't think I'd want to do it again.
what do you
But-
mean by enjoyed?
I'd had certain experiences in the Feywild that I'd
Like?
rather not talk about.
That's not fun. Alright, when was the last place you saw her?
The last place I saw her was, and I'll give like the city because we don't actually know the where
Hmm.
what the
It-
various
it's-
cities are.
Technically, the very last place you saw her
Yeah,
was in the forest you found the portal in.
yeah.
You were in the same kind of
We're in the
caravan,
same
let's call it.
convoy.
And yeah, and when you went in, you disappeared.
Curiosity. Why were you guys near a portal, anyways? What
I mean,
links
did
you
he say
two?
that? That was just the GM telling him that.
He mentioned earlier the portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned the portal that I took that had me end up in the Feywild.
Okay.
He said he said he drove into it, so I'm assuming.
Yeah,
So you drove into a portal. It took you somewhere, the Feywild. You don't want to talk about Feywild, which is fine. Does she have family?
yeah.
Did you check with them?
Truth be told, I don't know where they are.
So is she avoiding you or missing?
Missing. We promised each other we'd be together.
How long's it been?
Hmm?
How long has it been, Roddy?
3 years at
Wow.
least.
And you're still looking for her. That's
I was
That's
trapped in the
impressive.
Feywild for 2 of those 3 years.
I know, but I'm not. No. You misunderstand. I'm not bashing you for still looking for her. I'm admiring you for it. You misunderstood what I meant there. I'm not insulting you.
She disappeared just without a trace? At least to your knowledge.
Yeah.
And so to bring us back to now, you went looking out west for her,
Yeah.
and you
I was driving. I was going to go to the next city over, and I had to lay away in a forest out west. And you would probably know the direction I
For,
took.
for reference, you guys are somewhere within the Glisten Towers, just at the base of the citadel, basically. He probably passed through the area that was the patchwork forests and the further forest around it, which is the past knowledge. Current geography, I'm going to figure out once the campaign's done.
Yeah.
fairly Sabriel knows the context there.
Yeah, it may not. The patchwork forests probably aren't the same as they used to be. They're not like these mystical forests like they used to be.
Yep.
But it is a area of forestry
And
that
weird.
you can't really avoid.
Yep, just okay. And is there
Just-
anything in between that and you showing up here with a knife in you?
So I was driving, and I had to go through a forest. Couldn't find the path. Couldn't find the road, so drove through.
Off road?
How'd your
And,
car get through a forest?
I have off-road settings.
Jeez, really?
And
Oh, I
put
really
a lot
want
in
to take
the
a look
car.
at your car.
I put a lot into the car.
there are a lot of buttons in there.
Yes.
You haven't even seen the turbo button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've actually, because you're on your bike all the time, you've not been in the thing, but it's almost scary. There's one button that just has a skull on it, and frankly, I don't want to know what it does.
You don't.
Oh, I've got a good guess as to what that does. And I'm on my bike all the time because Matt gets mad if I don't ride her enough.
Mm.
So you're in the forest. You got lost.
And
You
I
off-roaded.
hear this sound of fighting. There were 3 elves there. Were they elves, Conrad?
There were elves.
They were elves, right?
Yeah, 2 wood elves and a high
Yeah.
elf.
And they were fighting a beast that I couldn't quite properly see because it was invisible.
Hmm.
That made things interesting, certainly. But
Say
that's
so.
not where I got these scars.
Boo.
I think
So
that they
take
need
care
to...
of the creature and... Yeah?
Go ahead, keep going. Not important.
So we take care of the creature, and they say they want to help me get out of the forest, get me to where I need to go.
That's not shady at all.
Did they seem trustworthy to you?
I mean, they helped me survive the invisible beast, didn't they?
Hey, but you kind of put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, they were trying to kill it in the first place, so
They weren't trying to kill me in the first place.
trying to kill it in the first place.
I needed help.
Mm-hmm.
At least they looked like they were. They needed help.
Aye, but your body would be a lot harder to hide than an invisible beast. Just saying.
Well, continue, please.
Listen, I tried to help.
That's admirable.
And so, I'm waiting in my car, and they mention a name. Well, a term that I'm very familiar with.
From your time you'd not like to not talk about?
And he puts his face in his hands, and I suppose I should, if we're all...
You don't have to.
They mentioned Blitzburn.
What's Blissburn?
Have each of you roll me a history check, Ray with advantage.
Can
Sabriel's both advantage.
Can you type that out for me to take notes, please? Because I don't know if he
I'll do
said
it.
Blissburn or Blitzburn or...
Blitzkrieg. No, don't do that.
Right, dude. Right.
I can describe it if you want, Conrad.
21.
Go for it, yeah. Sabriel and Saren, you'd both be familiar with this.
Yeah, so it is a drug. A soft white you would know it as a soft white powder that in the right light shines with soft oranges and reds. For people who have used it, the powder tastes like burned ozone, so it makes it evident that it needs to be snorted. The effects of the drug last for around 2 hours and usually leave the user with a 4-hour hangover of sorts. The main draw to Blitzburn, the reason why people use it, is sort of this tingling sense in the muscles and extra sensitive motor functionality. This comes with a strong euphoric rush whenever a new body part is moved. Fingers, arms, shoulders, delts, any sort of movement sort of comes with this euphoric rush. And the drawback is once the hangover kicks in, there's this sort of lack of motor functionality and this incredibly dulled sense of touch accompanied with it.
And in terms of like its, I suppose like legality and
It's very legal.
Very illegal.
It's very
Yes.
legal. It's mostly sold through Orcish tribes.
okay.
Orcish cartels.
Okay. And so like I guess stereotypes around it would be contiguous with like meth or
No, it wouldn't be so
Crack.
much with. It's basically like muscle crack. Anyone who's a very physical type of person, say someone who does like a really heavy labor job, and is down on the luck, would be the type to do it. It's a way to basically make heavy labor bearable.
Heavy labor bearable, yeah, and basically,
Yeah.
like drinking on the job,
Yeah.
but worse.
Oh, that
What's that?
it's
It's a drug, plain and simple.
here. I have I guess medical perspective on it, and he just quickly feigns over that information to everyone.
I'm gonna assume that Saren's perspective on it is kind of in that sports medical
Yeah,
Yeah,
area,
mainly.
because I can see that overlapping potentially.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's a common thing for people who want to just have like a really enjoyable workout, and maybe aren't the type to normally work out and don't like it. They should take it to make it more enjoyable.
yeah.
Were they on the drug or something?
No, they, I don't know, they mentioned it.
Talking among themselves.
Well, they mentioned it to me.
Oh.
They recognized me. Well, my ilk. Who sells stuff.
Oh,
Why do you think my car has bulletproof glass?
do you get shot at a lot for that kind of stuff?
And he gives a nod.
Do you sell it?
I used to move it.
You were a middle.
Drug runner of sorts, yes.
We all have to do things for cash. I get it.
Venus gives you a look, Mercury.
And you're talking about that in the past, yes?
Yes. That's how I
How'd you
knew
get
so.
out?
Well,
Real quick, sorry, what did he say at the end there?
they said they had intel on a rival
Sorry.
cartel that was coming.
Sorry, no. What did Roddy say in response to Sabriel asking if that was in his past?
Yes.
Okay. Can Sabriel insight that?
Sure. Go
Or
right
forget.
ahead.
Go for it. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, Roddy, you, as usual, you have no reason to disbelieve him, especially at the moment he's dancing around other things. It doesn't make sense for him to dance around still doing it if he's willing to talk about it at all. If he didn't want you to know about it, he wouldn't have mentioned it in the first place.
Yep.
As best you can gather, at least.
All right. Yep. Just nods at that. Go ahead, sorry.
I ran with the crew. and they said they could help me find one of them. Sadie in particular. And he pulls from his jacket the gilded silver hand mirror that is cracked and just sort of places it on the table.
Is that hers?
Not hers. One of my other crewmates. One of my other crewmates. He was a watchdog. He was armed. He, in the grand chain of things, Pretty Boy would be an armed guard for the convoy. Didn't think they'd get to him, but they did.
Who's they?
How much do you know about the Orcish Cartel War?
Not a lot.
Probably only whatever I might have learned in school, if it's a thing that's learned in school.
It's not. It's one of those kind of cultural things you hear about, like, can you hear
Like-
like Mexican cartels in real life?
Mm,
Similar kind of thing.
okay.
Probably may have whispers at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually maybe it's closer to like if you heard of Bloods and Crips type.
Maybe have them do like a history check for it.
Yeah, could we do history?
Yeah,
Just to see
I'd
if
say
we
Ray
could-
and Saren are the only ones who would really have the history for it.
Yeah.
No.
Ray, you know at least know about the general cartel side of things. They're a nuisance, but they're a well-known one. There are two primary regions which a lot of orcs live in the country, and because of that, it's also a very economically poor area. Because of that, there's a lot of illegal trade that goes on, and there's 3 or so cartels, maybe 4 if you listen to the right people, that generally run things and make a name for themselves.
Mhm.
But past that, you couldn't recall the names offhand.
Okay, we're just gonna look at the mirror and back up Roddy. So, is that the only proof they gave you that they knew something?
They talked about Sadie. Talked about my old crew.
But that was that information that was accessible to people who were able to access it? I'm not trying to be
No.
insensitive.
No. People,
And
if you're in, you generally don't talk about it.
And
Okay.
you-
You know,
not
ears on the
met these-
ground and whatnot.
You've not met these people before?
Hmm?
You've not met these 3 elves before?
No. But apparently they've helped. They told me that they helped most of our. They've helped a lot of convoys get through the forest.
Okay.
I had no reason not to believe them. It was hard to traverse through the forest myself.
We already know how this technically ended. What do you remember about how it got to that ending from here?
They showed me the hand mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and they said Sadie was clever. That she managed to get away. And then, in my own car, the fucker stabbed me.
And that's why there was a lot of blood on your upholstery. Nice.
Yep. There were 2 snipers up in the trees. But more than a few bullet holes in the body of my car and in my windows.
You assist them and they do the opposite of returning the favor.
I was going to help them do I was led to believe that I was going to help them do a stakeout of a Lotar cartel convoy that was coming through.
So they just fucked you over, which is
They
They're
were working
very-
for the Lotarks themselves, and they were trying to rub me out.
No
Luckily you
honor
were
among
just-
thieves.
And
So
and you were looking to help them because they might have known something? Or was
Yeah.
How long was the revelation of them knowing about your previous group and them stabbing you?
well, apparently they hated all the cartels because apparently it's what ruined their home, and they tried to rub me out for it. It's not like I wanted to get into that business, but I
directly
really had no other choice.
Was it directly aimed at you that they were going for, or was just they going for someone from a cartel and or your crew?
Anyone, really.
Mm.
Anyone involved.
It wasn't
Are you
targeted, at least.
I've
Are
been...
you sure about that?
What do you mean?
I don't know, but it seemed a bit like a targeted hit.
Yeah, they
It
just
might well have been.
They just happened to have that one mirror belonging to that one old friend of
Yeah,
yours.
I don't know.
Probably
It
trying
might
to at
have been a
least relate.
targeted hit. It might
Probably
have
at
You
been.
least.
wanna? All right. So I'm guessing you kicked him out of your car, and you drove back, and you crashed on my doorstep, and I fixed you up. Is that the gist of it?
Yeah. There was even a little boy elf that put salt in my put salt in the gas when they offered me a refill.
Little boy elves are probably like 30, Roddy.
Yeah, I know. And they
Still a dick. So
Yeah, but you've had
Gummed up-
30 years to learn how to be a
gummed
dick.
up my
Stuff like that.
engine, fucker.
I feel your
You-
pain.
A thought occurs. Could you send their faces to Ray? And is there... I don't know
could
if
feign
you...
it to him. If any of you are particularly good artists,
I could try and look at least towards the database. And Ray was just like,
he'll
feign
feign the images.
Sabriel, just like, are you a good artist?
He'll feign pictures of their faces.
Sarah goes shush into Ray, and then there's... I have a friend I could talk to. I could give the description.
Ray's just like
Good stuff.
looking at the faces. Are any of them vaguely familiar? Because I know she's done a lot of research on. At least she went into organized crime a little bit with the stuff she was looking at, but not that deep dive of organized crime.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Cool.
Actually, if you have history, do history.
Several guns.
Thank you. I'm just checking something real quick. I'm gonna use the feign advantage.
Sure.
Well, I hate 13.
15. Not really. They're very kind of standard elven faces. They've got a few markings that stand out a bit, but it's pretty normal for elves to have facial tattoos, especially ones that live deep in forests.
She just gives like a frustrated grunt, just like, I don't know names. I haven't done organized crime at least for a year and a half.
Yeah, same
Could
here.
I take a look at him?
By all means.
Thanks.
Go ahead and roll a history check. 15. You don't recognize the faces. The markings do hold a specific geographical meaning, though what that is, you'd have to look into. You don't recall offhand. But if you could identify them, you're relatively certain that you could figure out basically what village they were from.
Well, I don't know if it's much, but I could find out what village they're from.
There's probably databases of that. The
Click
minor ones.
clacky.
not.
Click clack keys. Click clack clack.
Yeah.
If you're doing research right now, Marker, if that's what that's supposed to mean, go ahead and give me a investigation check.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
You get down a rabbit hole, and by the time you get to the end of it, you realize that you're actually looking at the markings from about 3,000 years ago. The best historical records of that, and completely not what you're going for.
She's gonna. Actually, you know what? She's gonna send the pictures to basically
They're not
the.
actual pictures, it's fine.
I know. Could she try to draw them out real quick?
Give me a sleight of hand check. Yeah.
Well, that's going. Several just... And how are you doing, Roddy?
I just found out that one of my lifelong friends is dead. How do you think I'm doing?
I don't think the
You're not
mirrors
well.
can't really prove there's dead. Someone's dead unless there's a body, right?
Pretty boy always had that on him. Never
Yeah,
left
but-
anywhere without it.
Still, it could just mean he's missing.
It could. But
If it was forcefully taken from him, Roddy, I don't think him always having it on him is going to make much of a difference.
Right, look in the mirror,
Exactly.
even though it's cracked for any old blood stains, any like markings that it was more than scuffed up on the, like
Give
that
me-
it wasn't just splash.
Yeah, go ahead and give investigation. Or
Cool.
perception, whichever you'd like.
If that's something he always had on him, have you considered getting scrying done?
Looking close, Ray, you are able to find a fingerprint. Pretty distinct one, almost like it's not quite etched into the silver, but it seems to have been on there so many times that it's a semi-permanent fingerprint.
Right, take like a be able to. I don't have it. Do I have thieves' tools?
Do you? You should. You're a rogue.
Yeah, I do. Would my thieves' tools, or like at least the burglar's pack, be like something to be able to take a dusting of the fingerprint?
Oh, what's in the burglar's pack?
Ugh, probably nothing that can help.
You are in the kitchen, to be fair.
yeah,
I was going to say, I
Yeah.
have flour.
they also
I was gonna say,
said they
yeah.
help them get killed.
With
So
flour and tape.
Sabro pulled out a compact. Maybe this will do better.
You're totally spicing it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, just like put a little bit of the compact powder, like blush or something, but like not even directly, just like using your finger to spread the powder off of the brush, so it's not messing up the fingerprint.
You get a pretty good pull off it. Looking further into the mirror, you can as well see that there is a shard that's missing, almost like a corner piece, broken into 3 major pieces with a small section that's just like completely shattered.
Mm-hmm.
And where those pieces kind of peel off, it seems there's something on the back of the mirror.
Back?
On like the basically where the side of the mirror that you don't look at.
Okay, she's just gonna flip it around gently.
So yes, just to be clear, it's like the part of the reflective surface that you don't look at. You have to like pry the pieces
Yeah.
out.
Oh. Ray's gonna like look around and just go, so I can use tweezers, but I may need to take the other parts of the mirror off. There's something I see here.
by all means,
Cool. Tweezers.
Pull it
Tweezers,
apart.
gloves, gently going.
And as you kind of open it up and pull it out, there's just a small, very thin, not quite paper, but almost like a camera film.
Like a negative?
Yeah.
Okay, is it like an actual negative where it's the invert, like the you can see sort of?
Well, actually, you'd recognize this. It's basically undeveloped film.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
like
know what
undeveloped- Yeah, like,
I-
it's a picture that hasn't had a chance to develop yet. If you took it
Yeah.
to a dark room, you'd be able to get the picture. I don't know what that's called. Sorry.
It's a negative. It's called a negative.
Is that what a negative is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Ray's gonna like put it in just like what is probably like a sunglasses case or something to keep it dark.
Yep.
So it doesn't because negatives fade out, and just it's a negative. We can develop it and see what the hell he was sort of
Okay.
hiding in it.
The university has a dark room, if you want to use that.
Yeah, sure. I've developed a few photos before. I could probably go do that. It's around. It's like nearby, right?
Relatively.
Yeah,
You guys
5-minute
live-
walk.
Yeah, they live on campus. So
Yeah.
Okay, they do. Okay, I just forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much
That-
live
that's-
on
that
the
was me
outskirts
remembering.
of campus.
Sarah
Oh.
looks at Ray straight-faced and says, "Do you want somebody to walk you there?"
Ray just makes eye contact with Saren.
Would you prefer a police escort?
Cree's giving Ray a look.
Venus is
Actually-
stifling a laugh.
Give me a second.
I said I didn't want to be walked home that time. If you'd like to come, you can. Anyone who wants to
Actually,
come can.
I've
I
gotta
Just
do
go into a
something
dark
first.
room.
Wait, what you have to do?
And he's just gonna walk out.
We just met
Roddy?
up, dude. It's been like 30 minutes.
Look, let me, and Mercury's gonna go after Roddy.
Well, I'm going to the dark room.
And he's going to head to the nearest payphone.
Mercury is following, but staying a respectful distance, considering
Please
it is a
hold while I-
phone conversation.
Please hold while I consider the.
Existence of payphones?
Yeah.
They probably exist.
It's modern.
Yeah. It's
It's
also,
modern.
it's also,
If
it's also a university campus. So there
It's also
should be some on university
true.
campus.
True. My only argument is university campus. It would probably be cheaper to get someone to send a sending spell. But 25 words. So
25
phone,
words.
there probably is a phone in the house if you'd like to use it, but there's a payphone if you
No,
look
I'd much rather
around.
have a pay. I'd much rather
Yeah.
use a payphone just so.
Buy a burner, bro.
I have a burner. I'm just not going to use it.
Wow.
I
You
got
want-
this for very specific reasons.
I
you want
imagine
to
there's a
borrow one?
conversation in the doorway.
It's
you
like,
want to
Roddy,
borrow
buy a
one?
I
burner?
think this is out of character.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep, but Roddy, you can find a payphone.
he's going to press the operator button 3 times.
Yep.
And pick up. This is Roddy McLivin. I know I've been fucking inactive and presumed dead for 3 years. You want to confirm it's me? Go right the fuck ahead. Run this call through voice recognition. I'm on 4th and Kerr Street if you want to take a look at the camera feeds. You want more proof? My designation is Juliet Kilo Romeo Bravo Tango 57. Put me through to Varric, goddammit. Tell him the jackrabbit's out of hibernation.
Right. There's a couple clicks. The phone basically gives you the dial tone. What do you do?
Just gonna wait.
Sit at the phone for a minute. 2. 5. And so you get a pickup.
Come on.
It says, "Hello, Jackrabbit."
Jackie, we can save the pleasantries for later. Those
Oh.
bastards put Pretty Boy in the morgue. Fuckers even got brave enough to try and ice me in my own car. It's my crew they're
Oh.
fucking with, Jack. You know it's fucking personal now. You know the deal. 10 of theirs for one of ours. Let's
Oh,
talk.
This isn't Jackie. I'm glad you're so confident that you guys have lasted this long. Pretty Boy's the only one dead?
You know my crew. You know the crew I run with, you son of a bitch.
Yes, and I know you, and we thought you were dead too.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
look pretty good for a dead motherfucker, don't I?
For now, but revival spells are always possible, I suppose. So,
What do you
Why
want,
the-
Arlena?
wrong one again. Oh, you have so many assumptions there, Roddy.
Who am I speaking to?
Not a friend. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know.
Don't worry. You'll find out. The phone hangs up.
And he's gonna forcibly slam the payphone.
Mercury is standing behind you, rocking on her heels. So, new management?
No. Jack's too crafty of a bastard to get himself iced.
Right?
I need to find him
So-
myself.
Hold on 1 second. Take a breath. Look it over. You're going into a situation, guns ablazing, and you got no intellect behind this. Let's do our research proper. And then, when you've got enough intel, we'll go in there and we'll make sure they suffer. How's that sound?
My friends are in danger, Mercury.
I know. Believe me, I understand. When a friend of yours is in danger, somebody you trust your life with, you're willing to go in and die on their behalf. But if you die because of shoddy intel, who's going to save them?
Put myself out there.
And now they know you're alive.
Yeah.
And that makes you 10 times a bigger risk. Which means we have to work 20 times as fast.
That's true.
Look,
We need to find Jack.
alright? Starters, who's Jack?
Jack Varric, head of the Varric Cartel.
Said he's too crafty to get himself killed, yeah?
Definitely. He's a wild man, but he has a great head for business for these kinds of things. He's not going to get himself. He's not about to get himself killed. Not when he runs the biggest drug empire in the world.
Does he have safe houses?
Definitely.
Do you know where they are?
No couple.
Start there. Look, I'll get the word out. I don't know how much I can promise you in terms of academic, but at least in the Watcher worlds, with those who are still out on missions and stuff like that, I can see if I can get any feelers on the ground. See if I can find out where this man is. Or at least any of your associates.
Yeah.
In the meantime, make a deal with you. Lay low, keep your head down, just for now. Just for now. We do the rest of this stuff with the rest of them, and when we find out more information, we'll go after them. Okay?
Yeah. All right.
Trust me. You've got me in your corner, and I know a lot of people. Give me basic descriptions, and we can get the word out.
And he is going to feign a picture, a memory of Sadie.
If you want to just copy the link into the chat.
Yeah. Just what Sadie looks like.
Feign just to Mercury, or is this to the whole group? Just
To
check.
Mercury for now.
That's what I assumed,
Okay.
but I wanted to be sure.
Yeah, but I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, just a reference.
Just for
Put it into the main campaign one, not doing memes.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's fine, you can put it in both.
Yeah.
Our girl just kind of look over the photo in her head real quick. And
That's
just,
Sadie.
she's beautiful.
You're telling me.
Don't worry, we'll find her. And look, I know what it's like to have a loved one go missing for a bit. And I know how terrifying it is. I couldn't imagine what 3 years would feel like. But I know what a couple of hours does. And I'd never wish that on anybody. So, we'll find her. We'll find the rest of them. And then we'll go and we'll kill whoever did this. And I'll even let you decapitate them.
It runs deep. I know it does.
Aye. See, the thing is though, Roddy, when things run deep, it's often the most satisfying to pull them out. Root by root by root. Until nothing is left. And then you make sure it never grows back. But if you pull it out all at once, little pieces will remain. And if it's anything like a mint plant, it'll never stop growing. So, we take it out, piece by piece. And then eventually, they'll have nothing left to stand on. Sound good?
Yeah.
There is a look on Mercury's face, by the way. It is somewhat cold and kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the least jovial you've seen of her.
Like,
Nice
she looks like
emotions.
she means business.
Good. I need someone who means business.
Don't worry. Again, we've just met, really. You know nothing about me. I know nothing about you. And at the end of the day, we're still complete strangers. But at least, in this sense, we'll be accomplices. Right, well, let's go back inside. Ray and them have already gone. Is there anything else you need to do today?
Other than find someone that I could help. That's in. I know a couple people, but I'm not sure about the whereabouts.
Want to go start looking for them?
I suppose.
Alrighty, you drive, and Mercury will go towards Roddy's car and get in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Mercury is also going to text Venus to ask her to keep her nose to the ground as well as Pluto with the basic descriptions and stuff like that.
Yep. But in the meantime, Ray and Saren.
Oh, Saren didn't go with Ray. Saren will
Ray,
let Ray
Agnes.
wander off as she wills.
I said if you want to, anyone can go. Ray's
Yep.
just sort of...
Yep.
Well,
however,
okay,
Saren
at
is
that
not
point-
interested. She
Yeah,
was making
at
a
that
joke.
point, Sabriel looks over and just, do you want to come with us?
Not really. It doesn't seem like anything that's going to help with our current job. I'm just going to head back to my place and... I don't know. I guess let me know if it is anything important.
It could be fun.
Eh. Watching film develop in a dark room? Not really.
There's a feign over. Maybe getting a chance to get back at Ray.
Nah.
Worth a try.
And Saren's gonna head off.
Stay safe.
Yeah, don't worry.
This guy's got a brief flash of an image and
Yeah, good job.
Remove it from your mind. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
uh,
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Ray, you make way into the university.
Yep.
You have no idea where you're going.
Nope. There are directories.
There are
I think-
directories. To a dark room is a very specific one though.
Photography department.
You go to
Arts.
the
Arts
photography
build.
department.
Yeah.
Go there. You
Yeah.
walk in. Actually, roll me a d20.
Hot. 8.
Is that what I think it is? I think it's scared. I hope it is.
Oh no.
It is.
Oh no.
I wish I'd written more on him yesterday, but okay. So you enter the arts building,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very quiet. You're not sure if it's just for the time of year or the day, what it is, but it's very quiet. But you do notice a shadow in one of the larger rooms, kind of moving about.
Ray's nosy.
Stick your head in, or stick your nose at least to look in,
Yeah.
and roll a perception check.
Hot. 16.
16. You see a rather tall-looking tiefling. You're pretty sure they're dissecting a body on a table?
In
In the arts department? Yep.
Is that a real body?
A
Yep.
large-looking tiefling.
No, Ray's asking them.
Oh, they turn around with a smile. They are very, pleasant look on their face and just say, yes, they are.
They. Cool.
Did you want to look?
Ray looks back at Sabriel.
Oh, is he here?
You said you were coming!
Yeah, and
Chasing
then,
after
and then,
them.
and
Were
then
you?
Ray was exclusively referred to as being the only one there.
Oh.
So I don't know.
I'll say you can be, you round the corner, you see her sticking your head in the room.
If he wasn't there, he wasn't there. It's okay.
No, I was just going to bring you in a second, but
Okay.
one beat earlier, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Sabriel comes around and is like, what's up?
Feign warning. Ray's just like, I'm looking at a dead body. 1 sec.
He just turns around.
I'm looking at a dead body. 1 sec. Yeah, feel like leaning. So what's your imagery behind it?
Not
This is
imagery, but musicality. I'm surprised you figured it out that quick.
This is the arts building. I'm making assumptions.
Well, bodies, I would argue, the most complicated work of art that has ever been made, I think.
So are you a music major?
Music
I am-
dead body. Amazing.
Interested in music, but my major is organobiology. This room just has the best natural light.
That's fair. Do you know what the dark room is?
I mean, yes.
Why are you acting so vague about it? I've never been in this building before, dude.
Sorry, I thought you were making a joke about light.
No, I need to develop a photo.
Sorry, too many English classes with imagery.
No, it's okay. I'm not sure why you're taking English classes after you have the chance not to. Hi, I'm Ray.
Hi, I'm
Common classes.
no English.
You,
English is the language in the setting. We'll get there.
there's common, but there's the common dialects. English is one of them.
Sort of. We'll get there.
Whatever.
It's the language of the gods, technically,
Oh my god.
because it's what we speak.
She's speaking the language of the gods.
Anyways, something more right now. And he kind of says it's around the corner to the. It has a red light coming out.
Nice to meet you round the corner. It has a red light coming out. I'm Ray.
To meet you, Ray. Oh, my name. Sorry.
Yeah.
You said you are not a student here?
Nope.
Then my name is unimportant.
Nice to meet you, unimportant.
Nice to meet you as well.
Hey, do you have a birthday? No.
I'm gonna go to the dark room now. Cool body though.
Not mine or this one.
Oh no, I'm a minor. I'm not flirting with you.
I didn't think you were. I'm
I
old.
Eh.
I mean, not my type.
I have a friend that rubs off on me a little bit too much.
I would hope he's also a minor.
Nope. But not. Oh, that's gross. I'm gonna go to the dark room now. Bye, unimportant.
Have a good day.
You too. Enjoy your body. Rachel like leaves the room. Sabriel, there's a dead body in there.
Nope.
Are you gonna feign anyone else?
No, Sabriel's there. Just like see
Okay.
Sabriel walk through the door. Oh, you followed me. Sorry, I ran up. There's a dead body in there.
He's just like around the corner.
Okay.
The door to pass by, to be fair. You don't have to look in.
Close your eyes, and I'll.
He just
walk
like
you
puts a
around
hand
by
on
the
Ray's
shoulder.
shoulders and just closes the eyes.
Okay. I think this is called a conga line, so we'll conga line into the dark room.
No, make your way to the dark room, and it is empty. Say, not very often used room.
Yeah.
Question: does Ray
Yeah.
know how to develop photos?
She's done it a few times.
Okay. In that case, you enter the room, and the supplies are much higher quality than you would find in an average dark room.
Uh-oh.
It seems magically enchanted, actually, of the liquid. So it's meant to help develop it far quicker.
Ooh. Ray's like just getting everything prepped and just like, this is. I think this is like $500 alone, and just picks up a pair of tongs.
Are we allowed to? He
No
just
one
kinda
stopped us.
Glances out the door.
No one stopped us, and if we say it's for artistic liberties, I feel like they'll let us.
Just okay.
The arts
Just
building.
say that
It's
again.
an art. It's
Said
an
it
art
is the arts building.
It's an arts building, Sabriel.
No, it's like okay, I can get behind that line. I just want to know I'm using it.
Pretend like you belong here.
Right.
Just like, oh, or you can like flirt with someone, but like not as well as you usually do, because I know arts kids are really bad at flirting with people. This is the call out to every single player in this game, except Ariel. I don't know.
Devin wasn't an art student.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was.
I said Devin wasn't.
Devin wasn't nice.
Close enough.
Thought you said.
I don't know.
D&D's art.
Right. And Sabriel switches his outfit real quick to something slightly more art student.
You look like a
Is
fucking
it like
hipster,
a
Sabriel.
well-dressed art student or no?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Fashion design major.
yeah. It's wet. It's not terrible, but there's a few things Sabriel would probably not be too keen on, but still looks good.
Very,
Does he
a
look like a
lot of
hipster?
loud colors.
Does it
Yeah.
look like a hipster?
No, it's more of you look at someone and you go, oh, you're an art student kind of thing.
Oh, you're an art student.
Yeah. And there's just like a pin, like what he's wearing, with just like the word art on it.
I would wear that.
Fuck, I'll get that as a +1 bonus. Save deception checks.
Art. Art.
Oh, good.
It just
We're just
Here's the
gonna
thing.
like,
You
going
tell
to
me
a
that's not the most
sports
art
bar
student
with a
thing to
T.
have.
I would, yeah.
Like going to a sports bar with a T-shirt that just says sports.
I almost ordered a shirt that had that, by the way, once.
But you look at that sports shirt and you go, oh, they're also an art student.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, also fair.
I'm allowed to be here. Here, look at my badge. It's just like a piece of paper that just says art student on it.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's what a certificate is.
Fair.
Anyways,
Ray's just gonna tie the loose parts of her hair back and just go like, okay, I haven't done this in a while. Let's do it. Just crack my knuckles.
and just go ahead and give me a dexterity check to see how well you do.
I have
Guidance.
dexterity. Thank you.
15 plus 17.
17.
Okay. Within the hour, you get a picture. And, well, you get to the moment where the picture is ready to develop, and
Mm-hmm.
you have it laid out, and it's the last bit of fluid is ready to be basically wiped off, as it works a bit differently than most fluid.
Yep.
This is both of you kind of looking at it. The first thing you see, as it develops from the bottom up, is a pool of something. As well as a pair of legs, twisted and broken. As the film develops,
Deborah like looks away.
and Ray, as the film develops further and further, it is a horrific picture of a very clear, if not murder, torture scene, or at least the aftermath.
Is the face of the victim shown?
Yes, with a, to put it in as few words as possible, with a meat hook pushed through the back of the head and out the mouth.
Nice. I love I forget the name of it. I was gonna name a video game and I forgot.
But it is the twisted and broken face of Pretty Boy that was shown to you earlier.
Well, he's dead.
Oh no.
So just faint to Roddy. I'm sorry about everything I said about him being missing. I'm sorry for your loss.
Roddy, you get this picture as you are halfway to wherever you're going with Mercury.
I don't send him the picture. I'm
Sorry,
just
not
like,
picture. I meant to say message, not picture. Sorry.
yeah, not
Well, it's a
sending the
whole
picture.
different thing.
Ray's not that
It's called
bad.
distracted driving. You can't text while driving.
Ray's not a sociopath.
Yes. No, sorry, I just mixed up words.
Okay.
As that's happening, Deborah goes, "How do we tell him?
Oh, you're putting thought into this?
Are you not?
I just told him sorry for your loss, bud.
Right.
I didn't send him the photo.
That's very. Good. Just good.
I feel like if whoever's missing in my life and it was just like, I'm sorry for your loss thing, I feel like that's the response I would have wanted.
Yes, but. It's.
Like, if someone just sends me a picture of my missing buddy and it's just like, hey, or like just a message just like, hey, I was wrong, sorry for your loss. I'm like, cool.
Do you know that?
What?
Is that just what you assume?
That's what I would feel.
Yeah. So
Has it happened to you
basically,
before?
None of the people who are missing in my life have come up dead yet, so no. Well, that's why I use Sabrail, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I always say if the only proof I need is a dead body.
He just slowly nods, like, you're in a special position. He deserves to know more cleanly, and he deserves to. If he wants to see that, although I can't imagine it's nice at all. Let's just take this slowly.
It's just like going through as much of a face journey as someone who doesn't show emotions can.
He's going through a lot.
Yeah.
I want to
I've-
make sure he's okay.
Okay. But okay, whatever. And Ray just like slides it into a folder.
It's going to hurt, but if we can ease it at all.
That I did not ease it. I went sorry
you
for your
say?
loss. I didn't say meat hook. I didn't send him the photo.
He like dry heaves.
Oh yeah.
Meantime, Roddy, you get the message of "I'm sorry for your loss" from Ray, who is developing the photo.
I'm like,
And
I
he's
was
currently
I was
driving,
wrong.
right?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yep.
So so he turns to Mercury and he's like, "Well, Ray developed the image." He turns to Mercury. He's just like, "Oh well, Ray developed the image, and yeah, he's dead. Ray told me so." That's fun.
Out of character, would you really believe Ray? Out of character, you trust her that much?
Maybe, I don't know. Do you really?
Why would she lie?
Why would you lie about that?
I'm saying it's her player.
Dead. It's just Ray straight up told Roddy, "Yeah, Pretty Boy's dead."
Yeah, I
don't
haven't given
think
you
there's any
reasons to not
reason
trust
to
her yet.
lie.
Yeah.
I don't think you have any reason to lie about that in particular.
Oh, thank God I haven't gotten to that point yet. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, you're not on your point. Don't worry.
Hmm.
By the way, Sky, are you there?
Sky?
All right, no, she had to go somewhere.
Hello? Okay.
As
Um.
Mercury has fallen asleep.
Do you wanna see the photo?
He's gonna pull over.
Oh god.
Sky's having issues.
He's gonna pull over and he's gonna show it.
Okay. And Ray does like that
Let's
usual.
see if Sky's there first. Oh,
I'm here.
there
Okay.
we go. Okay.
Motherfuck, no! It's like, fucking shit. They were
Raise-
saying stuff.
Yep. So you wake up as Roddy kind of turns to you, says, "Well, Pretty Boy's dead," and pulls over.
What?
Ray just finished developing the negative in the mirror.
Alright. What's it look like?
And he's waiting for Ray to send the image to
Ray-
him.
Ray's giving like the torture TW, meat hook TW, blood trigger warning, like on a Tumblr fucking.
So fast.
Oh.
Anyone who doesn't want to hear me describe the body, feel free to deafen real fast. I'll let you know when it's done. It's
Mhm.
gross. It's fucked
That
up.
is
It's not medical, but it is fucked up.
fucked.
So I'll
no.
just let that give you guys about 10 seconds.
You can send it over.
Yeah.
Alright. So, basically all the bones in the legs are shattered and twisted.
Oh my.
The arms have been effectively nailed and broken into like a tango position, like the dance. A meat hook through the back of the head and out the mouth, and a crown of nails in the hairline hammered in.
Ray's gonna send
Wow.
Roddy back. From my perspective, I think that's a message. When I see you, I need to give you a card because I'm a little bit busy to do work, but I think I have people who would pick something up from that.
Yeah, and I need to find some people myself as well.
I
Did you
can get
run
you.
into anybody on your way there?
Yeah, there's this tall old tiefling guy who was looking at a dead body.
Was he old?
He's older, he's like 30.
30, yeah.
Old.
Old to you, probably.
I'm 17.
Yeah, I know.
Very old.
By the way, is
So
any of this
he's
being
a-
translated to Mercury?
Yeah, Mercury will ask to see the photo.
Ray's gonna send the photo. Just be like, sorry, and same with the Tumblr trigger warnings, but like a few more because she doesn't want Mercury to get overwhelmed.
Mercury, again, it's as I described.
Wow.
Mercury just kind of
but
sits for a second.
Do you mention the tiefling to Mercury is what I'm asking mostly?
Not yet. Ray's hoping to still see them today.
Okay.
Yes, to give.
you
she has to
ran,
give
you
Roddy
said you
the
ran into a
card.
tiefling, right?
Yeah, looking at a dead body. I haven't seen a dead body
Wait,
before,
wait,
so
wait. Tiefling dead body.
Yeah.
Were they presenting as any particular gender? Or was
dead
it kind
body
of
or the tiefling?
neutral? The tiefling.
Male.
Male, yeah.
You ran into the coroner.
Is that his name? He told
That's
me
what
his
we
name was
call him.
unimportant.
It's what we call him. We never got a name from him. He's on the Varric payroll.
Want me to go chill with him?
No,
Who's Varric?
no. He's
Who's
important.
Okay, I have to ask. Roddy's making a million faces right now. You can't tell me he's not. Mercury, you're just sitting there, like, waiting for an answer.
Yeah, Mercury's very patient. She's just waiting.
Ray heard of the Varric name?
Yes, it's one of the cartels.
Okay, so
It's
she's
one of the southern cartels.
just of that fact of like she was still familiar with it.
Okay. The coroner basically, what he did essentially boils down to a witness protection program for criminals. He'd provide people with new lives, fully documented from cradle to present day. They take the identities of the dead and manage to keep them alive on paper, elementary school report cards, marriage licenses, even tax returns.
You good guy or a
And
bad
they
guy?
sell those. Huh?
Guy or a bad guy?
He's on our pay. He's on the Varric payroll. I need to talk to him.
How much do you charge?
Huh?
How? Answer the question.
Well, would I know his normal rate? If he's
A
on
lot.
a lot.
He works for the Varrics, and pretty much only the Varrics.
Yeah.
But like upwards of like 10,000 platinum pieces. Like it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. If you want to go into witness protection, he's your guy.
No.
But it is a hefty
To get some
price.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
So should I tell him like stick around?
Tell him to stick around.
What's your name? Should I tell him a
him.
name?
Tell him the jackrabbit's out of hibernation.
Cool. Ray's gonna like leave the dark room. She's like, Sabriel, come on, we need to see the guy with the dead body again.
What? No, please no.
You don't need to see the dead body or the guy. You can close your eyes.
I'm going to wait out front for you if that's okay.
Sure. And Ray's gonna just like call down the hall. Unimportant, you still there?
You can hear distantly a humming.
Ray's,
It's in the same room.
Ray's gonna like speed up a little bit. Find unimportant.
He's just humming along to some tune as he continues to dissect the corpse.
Hey, I'm just gonna see that body real quick and just what's the corpse?
It is. Roll a medicine check.
Hot.
Hot.
Is it
6.
That far
Okay.
dissected?
I'll be short. There's no skin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's no skin. It is an internals dissection.
Oh, that's cool.
So you have no idea what race it is.
Oh, okay. Ray's gonna like lean in, spend like a couple of minutes just looking, and then like if he leans in to like do a certain thing, Ray's just gonna lean forward and just go, Jackrabbit's out of hibernation.
He's got like immaculate posture, but at one point, if you say that, he turns to you and says, "Hello, is that supposed to be a metaphor?"
Nope. Well, yes. I don't know what metaphors are. I
Allegory?
Allegory, I suppose.
No.
skipped my common classes.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You. Ray's gonna send the face of the dude she's looking at right now.
Roddy,
the guy?
it is absolutely not the guy.
That is absolutely not the guy.
It's a completely different tiefling. This is a
You
far
faked
young.
me out. You...
No, I didn't. This is a totally separate character I designed. I forgot they look the same.
Oh my god.
Ray's gonna just like lean back
No,
with the body.
This is a different tiefling.
That was such a coincidence, you motherfucker.
I totally forgot about that character. I apologize.
I'm sorry, did you guys not catch that when Conrad had asked for the fourth time if you
Listen.
mentioned it to Mercury?
I texted you about this, Conrad.
Yes, that's fine. This was a separate character I designed. I never made the connection.
I still
'Cause,
like no. I
A tiefling non-binary that works with
No, not
dead
binary.
blood.
They're very apparently male.
You said them.
Yeah,
No,
that
I
was
was
referring
referring
to the body.
Oh my
Because the
God.
body has no skin, so you have no idea what sex it is.
Oh my
We took a
God.
wild detour,
I
and then
just
Roddy like
Asshole.
I love this as a misunderstanding. I really do.
Lean back and just go, yes.
That's not the guy.
Jackrabbit season because summer is beginning soon. Jackrabbits are coming out of hibernation.
Oh, a deception check.
Samuel is out waiting outside in the like in the front area, maybe flirting with someone. He's having a great time.
Yep.
It's not the
yeah. If you had
coroner.
sent that face to Mercury, Mercury would have started laughing.
I now know
Because I will say, Mercury knows who this is.
it is not a metaphor.
Yeah, he kind of just kind of tilts his head like, oh, all right.
Talking about jackrabbit season, maybe you want to dissect one if you're more into the animal stuff. If you want to move away from
Yeah,
like a
No,
Person
I focus
body.
on humanoids. I'm a arcanobiologist, like I mentioned,
yeah,
Doing-
cool.
research.
Important.
Okay, cool.
You
Fine,
motherfucker.
important. I was just gonna
You
duck out.
motherfucker. You got my hopes up. I
It
was
wasn't
so
it,
happy.
again. It wasn't intentional. I wasn't expecting you guys to go down this route today. Again, you guys still have a whole like jackrabbit story, not jackrabbit, jackal storyline to finish off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're doing
Amazing.
We
it's
saw
a wild fucking detour, boys.
like Jesus, this is hilarious. But like, my God,
the party again.
Hey.
We're just gonna leave the cyber outside and just be like,
so I will ask one final time.
Yeah.
Do you send the face to Mercury?
yeah. At that point, Ray will just be like, "Who is this?
Begins to piss herself laughing.
Who is this?
Oh.
Who
So-
is this?"
This is a well liked but known to be a bit strange kind of like basically graduate student of the university. Very promising. His name is Garshon. I'll spell it for you. But he basically does a lot of research in humanoid biology and magic, and specifically is known to be kind of weird with his theories on how music and the arts are part of the body. Possibly coming from the fact he's a bard.
This is why Mercury loves him, by
Yep.
the way.
He's vaguely known to the group. He's probably best known to, one second, I'll go through names. Probably to Jupiter, as they would have been in a similar course at the beginning, but he took a bit of a different route.
Ray's just hiding any sort of embarrassment and blush that would have happened.
Yep, he's stopped paying attention, so.
No, Ray's left.
Okay,
But,
yeah, fair enough.
Beat red.
You go to meet up with Sabriel. With Sabriel, roll me a D100.
4.
Lovely. You found a very sweet, very flustered young man. Like messy brown hair, 6'3", human. Seems a bit like not against the photo, like seems to be enjoying it, but like red beyond red, and it's just kind of like, oh, I'm surprised you think that way. I don't really get like that.
That's a shame.
I never got your name, by the way.
Sabriel. Actually, you know what? And he goes and he hands him a card.
And he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, you have one too." And he pulls out one. It is a beaten, like slightly sweat-stained card. Sorry, I was running out.
Yeah, like I said, it's like, oh, it's fine. And he just kind of like gives it a good look. I'm good at memory, and he just like looks at the other side and hands it back, and then quickly has the Fane help him recite it.
Yep, it's basically his name is Mr. Rain. And it's just like a formal business card. You can tell it's like a baby's first business card type of thing. Where it mentions he's basically a geography student.
Geography.
Yes, I'm specifically interested in the hills around here, and you know.
They have their charms, don't they? And at one point, does Ray come?
We're up. We're leaving.
It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? How about I text you later? And just,
Sure.
would love to get to talk to you more. And honestly, I've had a slight interest in geography. So, until then, have a good day. And
Yeah, sure thing.
wave and a wink, and runs back off with Ray.
He's an idealistic bastard. Got my hopes about something cool.
You okay?
Oh. Got my
What
hopes
happened?
about something really cool with the dead body guy.
Please go on without too many details about it. That.
Roddy thought it was someone he knew. Apparently it's someone Mercury knows.
And
Mercury's laughing at me, which is, I think, a bit better than her getting mad at me.
I'd say so. Are you okay?
No, I'm embarrassed.
Okay. Well, I mean, mistakes can always happen, right?
Can't have mistakes when it's someone like what Roddy told me. I can make up a lie. And
What? How about mm, several looks over at the I don't know, 610. I don't know, fantasy AU equivalent of 7-Eleven.
I think we agreed with 812.
A12.
Well, yeah.
It's like, how
Of
about
course.
a Slurpee to cool that face off?
Drake like thinks about just hitting him for saying that, and then realizes it's Sabriel and not Fenzi. Like, you see just her arm flinch. She's like, fine.
Several lightly flinches too. It's like, okay, how about just a Slurpee for the sake of a Slurpee?
Yeah, they're good. For reference, Ray's still drinking from her like water bottle thing that she brought over.
Yep. Just looks over. What is that, by the way? Just wondering.
I have like 4 hours of sleep. This is fun.
Good.
I don't drink coffee, Sabriel.
Then what is that?
Minotaur energy drink.
What?
Minotaur energy drink. It's like Red Bull and Monster.
Liquid cocaine.
A mix of Minotaur.
Stuff's not very good for you.
It's like a mix of like three.
Oh
of them.
my god.
Oh my god!
You gonna say that again?
I can't
It's like
continue arguing
Minotaur.
this with straight face.
Boom, which is
Oh.
basically
Okay, no, I'm lobbying for
boom
an energy drink.
energy,
I'm lobbying for an energy drink called Minotaurine.
Minotaurine,
No,
boom
I'm
energy.
I was just going for the
and,
joke between Monster and Red Bull. That's funnier.
I was
It was just
was
like
laughing.
it was
Oh,
stash.
sorry.
It's okay.
In the meantime, as you two get a Slurpee, Saren, your nap's been lovely, and Mercury and Roddy, where are you going?
I don't know. Mercury just got in the
Probably
car.
back to the house, yeah. Probably back to. Actually, you know what? He is going to make a stop over at Rodrigo's place.
The mechanic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on the Varix books, so he's obviously gonna be the first person to go to.
He looks at you coming up, and you see him kind of standing outside, and looks at the car, and gives like a look of confusion.
I'm coming out of hibernation, Rodrigo.
Raises an eyebrow. So you're looking to get back into the web of information?
They killed Pretty Boy.
No, he's not the only one. But unless you're back in the crew, that's all you're getting to know.
I suppose so. It's the only way I'll find answers, right?
Go look for them yourself.
Tried that, nearly died.
What makes you think this will be any better?
Huh?
What makes you think this will be any better?
I'll have backup.
Will you?
Hi.
I don't know.
Looks at
Hopefully.
you, Mercury. Says, "And is this a new recruit?"
Sure.
Looks you up and down, Mercury.
Break your fingers.
Say again?
Break your fingers.
No, he's the only person I trust with this car. Don't break his fingers.
In that case, the skin around your nails is safe.
Gross.
He just rolls his eyes like, why so sudden? I know you got out not because you wanted to, but you stayed out for a reason.
I got hot on Sadie's trail again. Got a lead.
Why do you back here?
I made a promise.
Made a promise to get out.
And
I think she'd be happy
to
with you joining
flunder.
back in.
No, but
Look, Roddy, got an easy out. If you can find Sadie, great, but don't waste the chance. I help you because I know you never wanted to be a part of it. That's why I keep your car in good shape. You're the only one who's gotten out so far. Don't Just gouge it.
I think you should listen to him.
I know, but
He just sighs.
I hate this.
Look, what did you find? What did you find?
Do you know of anyone who operates by killing people by putting meat hooks through their face?
Yeah. Forgot that quickly. It's low targets. That's how they
I
do
know.
it. Send a message.
Why me? They thought I was dead.
Do you think the message was for you?
They went so far as to create an illusionary forest to try and kill me.
He raises an eyebrow at that. Did they? I haven't heard anything like that, but if you're talking about that forest out west, no, they didn't.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. My world is unraveling.
Then
Forest out west, then.
take the time to stitch it back together, Roddy. Don't. Look, I know you're not the same kid you were. It's obvious. But you got people to support you now. Gotten away. Don't just rush back into this.
I know I got out, but what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Look for it from the
I don't
outside.
have any. I don't have any resources at my disposal. Not.
Build them.
I told you I'd help you.
Oh my God! Can you not right now? I'm.
You're having a panic attack. Look at me. Breathe.
The woman I love is out there and in danger. She's probably dead. Oh my God.
You don't know that.
I don't, and that's what scares me.
I know.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. Look at me. Look at me. And Mercury's going to take Roddy's hands and just breathe. If you break now, you're just going to break worse. Just breathe. You're going to be fine. We're going to find her. If she's alive, she's alive, and we will find her. If she's dead, then at least we'll be able to give her the peace that she needs.
Steps up. And he puts a hand on Roddy's shoulder. He says, how about this? Tell me what you know. I'll tell you how much of it I already know.
And he's gonna recount everything.
He pulls a few more details out of the conversation, Mercury, as he talks. It seems he's rather good at this type of thing. Alright, so... Specifically when you were speaking with them, they said why they're doing it. Are they targeting the Variks or any crew?
I don't know. Apparently they helped the Lotax kill Pretty Boy.
If that's the case, it's the forest I'm thinking of. Sounds to me like you should go after Lotarks.
That's what I want to do, but
Look, I'll tell you right now, the Variks aren't in a good state. They can't. Even with you, they can't win a cartel war.
I know
They've been
they
losing one
can't.
for years.
Has it really been that bad since I got out?
Got some sort of, I don't know, some kind of inside intel. Something. They figured out our tricks way too quick. That's why I'm in this city. It's farther away. They don't really care too much about a mechanic. Leave me out of this. I just fix the cars I can get here and leave the rest for someone else.
The Lotax have never been that quick on the uptake.
No, but it's not before you left they weren't. Since then, they've...
So what happened?
I don't know.
Out
Yeah,
of curiosity, What's the structure of your cartel? Who's the boss? Who are his sons? Who are his daughters? Who are his next in command?
Not a
There's
familial one.
not a familiar one.
They make most of
Really?
their money
Interesting.
through. Actually, funny enough, they make most of their money through vehicles.
The
But
Lotarks or the Varrics?
low
This is the player asking. Yeah.
Yeah, low turks.
Yeah.
Look, if
And he'll probably actually. I can probably explain the Lotar cartel to Mercury.
you'd have the details from beforehand.
Yeah.
He'd have some more recent details. So
Yeah. So, their territories to the southeast. The Spring Breakers from Ivy League schools spent Daddy's trust fund money on recently priced Blitzburn. They put him in unmarked luxury cars for cheap. But last I heard, they were trying to attack our convoys. But what's happening now?
well, Arlena's still in charge. It hasn't changed.
Drama Queen Pin's still in play.
Yep. But she's
Right.
made a bit of a royal court for herself.
Aye, who's she be?
She's the one in charge.
She's the head bitch in charge.
She's the source of money, and well, she's the source of everything. She organizes it.
She's called the Drama Queen Pin for a reason.
Big fan of big displays, and it seems the notoriety's gotten some kind of resources. They've had a lot of people we don't recognize, a lot of powerful folks. Either they've made more money than they can hire people that we don't know, or they've created some kind of elite group that we haven't been able to counter.
What about our connection to the Malvern cartel? How's that going?
Shady. When they saw the war brewing, they decided to mostly stay out of it.
That makes sense.
You said an elite group, yeah?
Yeah, I can't give much details. Like I said, I fix the cars, so I try to stay out of it, so can't be.
Aye, but
Dragged into
do they
shit.
have any? Do they have any sort of symbol, marker, something like that?
No, they've got the well, the way they kill people's pretty
It's
consistent.
a show.
Everything's a show.
Yeah.
Smart enough not to have like a calling card, but you always recognize their work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How about this, Roddy? Get me. I don't know. I don't know how strong you are now, but I know when you left, changed when you came back better, smarter. Show me a few people like that. People who can hold themselves in a fight. Keep you safe when you don't see what's coming. Don't be part of the cartel, and I don't want them to be. Bring them back here. I'll get you where you need to go. Okay?
I've got a couple people in mind.
If
Do I
you're...
count as one of those?
Yeah. You can hold your own, right? And he claps her on the back.
Mercury just
Good.
kind of looks up.
He gives it up and down.
You haven't.
Spellcaster?
Have a
Aye.
start.
Highest level you can cast. What is it?
Right now?
Whether it's
Okay.
ritualized or whatever. Second. That's not enough. I'm sorry. That's... You might be able to handle some of the lower down ones, but...
How high do I need to be?
I don't know. But I know that if you walk in like that, they'll eat you alive.
Give me
Yeah.
an estimate.
That's why.
To at least have a start,
Fifth level casting, at least.
that'll be for the... That'll do you well, but I think at the very least come in with third or fourth.
Yeah.
Be able to do something. At least have a start. By the time you get to the head, maybe you'll be stronger, who knows.
In that
There.
case,
Insane. They'll torture you for information. They'll leave your body on display, and if you try to get revived, they'll leave marks on your soul so they can find you again. it's not. It's not so simple as a turf fight anymore. A vendetta.
I don't know. I didn't think the Lotar cartel got that dangerous.
They've got spellcasters or something that manipulates pain.
This is outside the realm of even the Malvern cartel. Well,
Yeah.
You
that's why I
sure they
stayed
don't
out of
have a
it.
lich?
If they did, I'd be surprised. Liches are.
hard to come by and run a hell of a rate if they are active.
You say you got something that manipulates pain. It's just a very interesting add-on to that, is all.
For all I know, shit, maybe a lich is using them. But a lich is something that can threaten the kingdom. It's not something a simple cartel would have.
Yeah, no.
How about this? Get out of here for now. Come back when you've got a month you can dedicate this to this and a bunch of strong friends. Make it your own little crew. I know that's how you function best.
Yeah.
Until then, try not to get killed.
I'll do my best.
Pat you on the shoulder. Out of your jackrabbit.
Do what I do best and I drive off.
Sound right now you wake up from a wonderful nap.
Mm-hmm.
You feel refreshed. It is. It's a good day.
Alright. Confirmation Fane to Mercury.
Hey, we're still on. Don't worry.
And, yeah, she'll just pass the rest of the evening. Doesn't really matter, not doing anything important. So yeah, whenever it actually hits evening nightfall, she'll head back to Mercury's. If there's anything before then, Saren's not really going to be part of it unless somebody makes her be. So...
So, anything else you guys want to get up to?
Needs to have a talk with Roddy.
I have to give Roddy that fucking card.
Sabro wants to go visit a friend.
Alright. So I'll assume everyone but Sabra will meet up at Mercury's house. And then Saren will arrive eventually. In the meantime, Sabra.
In the meantime,
Sabra.
okay. He is heading over to that friend.
Or to get Sentinel. Big whispered.
Say that again.
I'm trying to figure which one. Hold on. Did you send a message I didn't see?
No, I'll type to you real quick.
Just check names to make sure I've got the right one. Because I did grab the wrong one last time. Yep, okay. The older one. Okay. So,
No, younger one.
the older one.
Hmm?
That's the one that you know a bit better. Is the older one.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
Fly. Got it. Sorry.
You know, for a moment I thought that when you said fly, you were doing some sort of weird code word name thing with Devon, so it would be like...
No, I just finally have a fly swatter.
Yep. I realized that after you said got it, but just wanted you to know that for that second, I was seriously thinking that you were differentiating whoever these friends are by saying fly as if it was some kind of meaningful thing.
Or fly as in cool.
I wasn't thinking that, but okay.
As if he had reverted
my
back
God.
to 03.
Stop, please.
Pretty fly.
For a white guy.
Yep.
Yeah, Roddy, I'm so sorry. Mercury can be a bit of an annoying shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, so many names. So, okay, we'll go to under your description.
Yep, okay. Because I was assuming that's the previous visits too.
Yeah, it was. Just
Okay.
Yeah. Just I have so many names trying to keep track of,
Yep,
man. I'm
that's
sorry.
fine. As long as it's the same one as before.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So sorry, just to be clear, younger or older we're gonna go with.
younger.
Okay. So you knock on the door and she opens it up and looks at you. Hello.
Hello.
It's for pleasure.
If you've got a little bit of time, but I need to meet some friends there, I actually want to talk to you about something.
Sure, come on in. Whiskey?
What's that?
Whiskey?
I'm good for now.
How about orange juice?
I can get behind that.
Alright. She smiles and pulls you in. She's wearing a pretty simple set of clothes.
Mhm.
You know basically when it's off time. She does her best to be as muted as she can as part of her kind of trying to change of practice.
Mhm.
But she makes you a glass of orange juice. You see she's already kind of cooked lunch and hands you a plate to munch on while you talk. And sit across from you with a small glass of whiskey on the rocks.
Actually, the fact that I have to go meet up with someone later is part of what I wanted to talk about.
Do go on then.
I've recently come across some people.
Oh.
I not like that. But they're people I really like, and they're ones you don't come across often. A little bit of fateful findings, let's say.
It's always so sweet how you collect friends.
It's
Sure
a
not
habit.
like that? How did you meet them?
Job boards.
Oh. I find those people to be a bit too, rough and tumble.
Some of them are, but I think they're much better people than you might get the first impression of.
Oh, they'd have to be to impress you.
Well, that and they share a bit of something with me.
Another one of your projects?
Not quite. It's complicated, but
I won't pry.
but that being said, I've been spending quite a bit of time with them recently and getting into some things, doing jobs. And I was wondering if you'd want to meet them.
Well, I would be delighted.
Partially,
Just to be clear. Just to speak with, right?
Yes. I think, okay. Well, first of all, one of them's 17.
Oh. Human?
No. Kind of like me. Asmar.
Alright, so a restricted 17. Those are the more orcish types. Gotcha.
There is an orcish one, and
She raises an eyebrow.
I have to.
Lay claim.
I find myself staring.
Yes. As you often do.
That said, he is currently he's currently looking for someone he's dedicated to.
Oh.
So, yeah. Then there's a Genasi. She is. Interesting question. A bit of a special kind, not one of the four.
Is this part of that connection you're speaking on?
It's something close, yes. I believe the proper term is this correct player if wrong, Star Genasi.
Yeah, there's a few terms for it. That's one of them.
A term at least.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I've heard of that once or twice.
And this is the part where the player is screaming at all the information being shared with certain people and not others. Is Saren's dragon mark aspect known?
Clearly
Separate?
visible if you know about dragon marks, if you know the arcana of them, then you would know.
Sabriel would.
She doesn't hide it.
Yep.
So
Okay.
yes.
And one human, Dragon Mark House. Not sure exactly which one.
Interesting. This does sound like quite the motley crew.
And as for her, I can't exactly speak to knowing if she has any dedications or anything, but also is quite a bit standoffish. And honestly is... Well, I'm trying to work with all of them. We're not exactly a big pile of best friends yet.
With you around, I'm sure you'll get there.
Mhm.
You always
But
do.
but I think there's something special to me.
Good.
And you are too, and it could also be a chance for you to learning experience.
Take it. You know I'm always willing to take your help. Lord knows I need it.
It doesn't have to be soon or anything, but
Whenever you're comfortable, dear.
maybe once we finish this recent job.
Anything you need
We're
from me for it?
we're looking into, and he just gives a brief explanation of the stuff going on.
She nods and wrinkles her nose. Those jackal cults. I find them distasteful.
Just a bit. Especially if
Always
things are leading to stuff like this.
Yes. Always on and on about death. Much more fun just to live and let live. Who cares what comes after? Maybe I'm biased though.
Nods. Anything new with you recently?
No, not really. I've been, well, doing my usual exercises, trying to practice the restraint, but not the way I'd like it to be either. But it's working slowly.
Now, one other thing, and he says with a smile.
Yes.
I might have a good reward, a good incentive for you.
Eyes go very bright.
if you get a good jump in progress, let's say.
Alright.
So I've been making those new friends, but they
Yes.
also have friends,
Of course.
and they
Well,
have very delightful friends.
Yes. Oh, what have you found for me this time, Sabriel?
And Samuel will quickly go into his phone, and he will just he'll go over to would it be reasonable that he would have found either Venus or Fenzi's like Facebook equivalent or Twitter or anything?
You would have found Venus's, yeah.
Okay. It's like I found this one. The other, he's a bit cagey, but slides over a picture of Venus.
She claws at the phone just to get a quick look at it. Says, "Oh, Sabriel, why do you have to tempt me like this?
It's good motivation.
You tell me not so soon, and then you show me this work of art."
Now the other one, I don't even think a picture would do him justice.
Tell me that. Don't do this to me,
Shape
Sabriel.
changer.
Oh dear.
So,
So you have time, you said?
45 minutes?
Alright.
And Zyril shows up at Mercury's later.
In a good mood, I imagine.
Yes.
Dear Lord. Does Mercury kind of guess what the good mood could be enticed
Roll an
by?
inside check.
Mhm.
This is low. This is Sabriel.
I'd say Sabriel has a higher passive of hiding it than that.
Mhm.
Because it's Sabriel, and he can make his clothes look like whatever he wants, so I'll leave it up to Sabriel.
And tell you what, if Zyril notices Mercury giving him a look at all, you go, notice something? Just over Fane.
Did you happen to,
Happened to what?
did you fuck recently?
Oh my god.
This is what the
Just
party
out
is
with
now.
it.
Yeah, and kind of goes, I don't know, have you?
Hey, listen. I don't. Not unless no. You're not getting more out of me until I get an answer.
Yes, and it was delightful.
Thank you. That's all you had to say. Wasn't that hard? Don't.
So, you said I can get more out of you?
We will talk later.
Has there been any time since the last time?
Unfortunately, no.
Huh. If you need
Dude,
help
I
with
just been walking my gun.
that. I'm great at setting up wonderfully hilarious scenarios that lead to, you know.
Oh god, he's a fic writer too.
My
There was only one
shit.
bed.
Not even fic writer. It's more like he has the power to like create porn scenarios.
Oh god, that's the worst form of wild magic.
The hell?
Oh
Mercury just
Christ.
kind of give him a look,
If you need
And
me to
just-
hide your wallet,
perhaps.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We will discuss later. Anyways,
also hello
Again,
everyone.
you guys have a death and corpse cult to deal with. Oh, I love it.
yes, but this is fun.
You both don't surprise me anymore. Marie's just like on her phone looking some shit up.
The whole crew is gathered at this point. Roddy
Yeah.
looking a bit emotionally hamstrung, but put together at least.
And there's a quick aside where Zebra leans over to her and just like, by the way, does Finley have like any social anything?
That you can find? No.
Okay. Could you
We'll
send me a
say for
picture
this-
of him?
Yes.
He quickly
It's not-
forwards.
It's not a nice picture, I bet you any money.
Mm-mm.
Ray, please describe
It
the
is
picture
a-
you sent to Sabriel.
Very
Fenzi
unflattering.
passed out on the couch in his apartment. Probably like an equivalent of not Teen Titans, but Teen Titans Go.
Oh my god.
Horrifying.
And like
Disgusting.
he's like that weird slumped position where your head is still coherent, but your body's like flat, so you have a double chin going. And there's like a bowl of mac and cheese on his stomach.
Nice. He's in a full food coma.
Yep.
His like glasses are like skewed beside him.
Sabriel, this picture just arrives on your phone. There's like 6 different ideas you have in your head. I assume he's in normal form, like true form.
Fenzi's usually in his true form unless
Yeah.
he's on a job.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Like I was just like, is that good?
It radiates sexual energy.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it absolutely
You're
does.
disgusting. You're just like
Disgusting.
just like
Gross.
disgusting. I'm just gonna go back to my work until someone starts talking about the work we're actually supposed to do.
Speaking of which, and
Yep, you guys know
Everyone-
Saren has most of the information at this point.
yep, Saren,
Sarah's
You
not
actually
here
did
yet.
stuff.
Is it nightfall?
Like, sunset.
Alright. Is Roddy's car outside?
Yeah, everyone's here. Roddy's car's outside.
Saren stops on the way up in that case and just feigns Mercury and... Is everybody going?
I don't know. They all showed up at my house.
Is this still gonna work?
I should have an insight of how Mercury's been
number-
vibing. Like, has she been
Would
doing
have
that?
been, this would have been earlier.
Number of people and...
Oh no, Mercury's been cool as a fucking cucumber.
Yeah, but you.
Nah, fuck you.
No, I haven't.
Basically, this would have been when Saren was first arriving, in which
I'm okay
because
with
it was when you said
guys
sorry, it was when you said you saw Roddy's car, which was when you first came.
Yeah,
I'm saying that Saren's not coming straight up to the apartment and sitting with them before checking on this.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so in that case, Mercury, go ahead and roll a performance check. Or deception, your choice.
Saren
They're
may
both
not
the same.
be in the,
Fuck
in
me.
the apartment.
Yeah,
just depends.
Mercury, Ray, you're good. You can see that Mercury's having some kind of feigned conversation.
just watching.
To be fair, Mercury was having a feigned conversation earlier with Sabriel. It probably had some real funny facial expressions.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
Oh yeah,
might be why her mask is a bit broken.
no
Arm
one else,
break.
but no one else is making the feign face. So it's just like, I know who this is.
Mercury will
Yeah,
just.
Roddy does kind of have his head in his hands. Cyriel's a bit otherwise enjoying the picture.
Mercury
Ricky
will
sends it on.
feign. Mercury will feign Saren back just come on up, we'll all talk, and then when they all leave, just stay behind.
Okay. Saren will come up.
Saren steps to the door. The crew is gathered. It seems, actually, I made a chart for this to make my life easier. Go ahead and Sky. Go ahead and roll me
Who's
a. Yep, I made a who's home chart. Give me a
Roommate
D20.
forecast.
Yep, give me a D20, D4. 10 and 4. Oh, I'm so glad I made this table. Alright. So at the moment, only Uranus is home. Hold
Oh,
on.
actually, you know what? In that case, Mercury would also ask Uranus to keep his ears to the ground with the alchemist.
Yep.
Anything going on that is cult related, but also to do with this gang.
He does mention that there's been a significant amount of embalming fluids requested in the past year, but that seems to be mostly due to a number of changes in ritual practices. Partly with the cult, part with a bunch of other things. There's a whole other unrelated note. Please don't put a bunch of credence into it. It's not related to what I'm say right now. Somewhere otherwise in the country, there's a bit of an undead problem, so they're changing the way they're doing ritual practices around there. Not relevant to the current situation.
But it shall be soon.
It will be eventually, but not right now.
Yet! Alright, in that case, so, what's the plan for tonight then?
I believe Saren's holding most of the cards here.
I gave you everything I had. And I didn't exactly do much in the way of research, so unless any of you took a break from whatever else you were doing to look up jackal cult stuff, I thought somebody was looking into that.
I ain't had a lot of time and none of my sources have gotten back to me yet.
I can do some stuff tonight. I have time,
Can you look into it in particular with the Avalanche family?
of course.
'Cause they
Actually, if
were-
you'd like, go ahead and make me a quick check. Right, just for initial stuff you want.
Actually, on that, can you see if, what's his face? Calvin Jeremiah, had some kind of link to the cult? His familiar was a jackal, it became one of the weeping dogs, I didn't see anything on his statue, but then I didn't notice anything on the others till you guys pointed them out, so...
And Ray's already just intently typing as much as she can.
Yep. On the Avalanche family, they are basically a family that for a long time has been a funeral family.
Yeah.
Most of them have had some connection to death, preparation of the bodies, along those lines.
What?
You find that in this city, Marianne Avalanche is the kind of one in charge.
Yeah.
No kids, but she runs the balanced burial mausoleum.
Okay. Are the funerals more from every walk of life, or does it vary from?
Yeah, so they're a very well-known family across the country, if you are in that circle.
Yeah.
In most major cities, they have at least one building.
Okay. Ray's gonna cross-reference every number that she sort of comes across with that contact book she has.
Yep.
She's gonna, because she doesn't know how many numbers are there. She hasn't looked at it for almost 3 years. This is actually the first time she's probably looking into it. So she's just scanning every number and just flipping pages, and she does not know anything about it.
Yeah, give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Several against if he sees Ray really feverishly staring at a screen.
I'll use feign to even it out.
Okay. So 10 plus guidance. 12. Nothing immediately. The contact book is large, though. Give it a bit more time, you may have more luck.
Yeah, Ray, it's thick.
Yeah. That being said, on Jeremiah, he was actually just a older gentleman who retired a while ago. He never really made a huge name for himself. He was a ranger for a while, did good work, has a couple minor accolades, took part in larger hunts for major creatures, stuff like that. Biggest thing was he was one of the only people to be legally allowed to raise and own jackals. This part of the city. He wouldn't really sell them, but he was kind of known to be eccentric for that, but he retired about 20, 30 years ago. Has been just enjoying his life since then, living with his pets, and passed away recently.
He was a registered jackal breeder?
Not registered jackal breeder, but he was just kind of known for it. They're not like illegal to breed or anything.
Okay.
He was just basically he was a Beastmaster Ranger, so he was very
okay.
good at raising.
Yeah, we're just gonna not anything that's entirely important, and just go off with the information. But if you give me more time to look and cross-reference with shit I have that I haven't looked at for ever,
We've
I
got
can see what I can do.
I'm pretty sure we've got about 5 more days, if counting
Really?
yesterday as our first out of 7, and today as our second.
I'll just see if I'll talk to the Limmerscale and see if they've been doing anything in finding Toby, because I've been iffy with it. Because I didn't find him, right?
You got the barest amount of information on him.
Yeah.
Who's
Alright.
Toby?
Told you, Toby, there was someone I knew.
Were we all told this, or was that just Sabriel?
I said it. I said it in front of everyone with Limmerscale. Because I wanted
Okay.
his... I said his name. I said his full name. Toberns Cantrell. I said it in front of Limmerscale, so everyone was there.
I don't think you ever elaborated what the details on it were.
No! I didn't!
Yeah, you said he was somebody you knew, but
Yep.
anything more than that, or
Number 1, gross. Number 2, I think he's like 6 years older than me. I'm double checking that.
not what I meant.
Party is the thirstiest party I've ever run for.
You don't.
No, it's Sabriel! Sabriel is skewing the average!
Corrupt you all!
No, he's not corrupting us all, he's skewing the average!
Yeah, he is.
What?
Riddle's an outlier and should be
Nikoric was
counted.
an outlier and should not be counted.
He just 4 years older than me. I just knew him growing up.
He just disappeared.
No, he never disappeared at all. But he's one of those people who's not very personal with anything. Like, he didn't have any media or anything like that. His parents existed in what could be seen as slight light. So I feel like it was number 1, sheltering the kids, and then number 2, him just doing that more severely. But he had an Anubis little charm growing up, and I remember it from 3 years ago or so.
What his parents do?
Mom's a stay-at-home mom. Father is a just minor politician.
You
Not-
knew him growing up?
Yeah.
Kind of politician.
Maybe city councilor, I think it was.
The equivalent of politics will change with a lot in the campaign current, so we're just going to ignore that.
There's a lot of shit that hasn't been figured out with politics. So basically,
Okay.
what is the
I'm leaving a lot of you guys' backstory for after we're done the campaign, please.
no
Real effort.
No.
asking? And I'm trying to answer with.
Yeah,
I don't want
I
to be.
know. That was more for Sky. It was a little bit
It
less
doesn't matter.
because Antler was a major city, but the equivalent position in a smaller city. But again, that is subject to change. Do not hold that forever.
But he said he was sheltered then. How did you know him?
Parents were friends with him, or the family.
The parents knew politicians?
They were friends. Apparently, they went to high school together.
Fair enough. Well, if that's that then, if you gotta do that, I'm probably gonna go down to the archives and see what's going on tonight.
I'm
Maybe
just
get some... Go on.
look through my book, and she just like holds up the floppy like leather book and just puts it back in her jacket.
Well, you got that. I've got to go look through the archives again. Roddy needs to go take a fucking nap. And that's not up for debate. Look me in the eye and promise me you're not gonna go off and do something stupid.
Fine.
Look me in the eye.
He's looking you in the eye.
Promise.
Promise.
Thank you.
It's the
We'll
biggest
do
sad
something.
puppy you've ever seen.
We'll do something stupid tomorrow. I promise. All right. Sabriel, what about you? What are...
I could go asking around with some friends, but I don't have any direct lines or connections as much.
Want to hang out?
If you'd like.
Come hang out.
No.
Oh shit! Actually, Saren.
Yeah?
I know you wanted to go down to the archives again. Do you mind coming with me? I'm gonna need help carrying the books up.
Sure.
There's a quick feign over to Mercury. It's like, careful, you're committed now.
Mercury just kind of looks over and goes, "Haha, you have no idea."
And there's like an eyebrow raise. It's like, oh, really?
Mercury does not say anything more on the subject.
And there's just a feign backers and just like, well, if it's more open than that, just let me know. So, should we go then, Ray?
Yeah, sure. Let me actually... I can get a ride. And Ray's probably gonna call, like, DN, just like, come pick me up.
So I'll check the names.
The father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he kind of picks up. Right? You okay?
But to call if I needed a ride back from somewhere.
Oh, well, I'll be honest, I didn't think you'd actually do it. Yeah, where are you?
And then Ray just, like, gives the address. And Sabriel's hanging out again, too.
Sure, you guys already eaten?
We had snack.
Alright, I'll leave the kitchen open and you guys can make yourself a meal. He was trying to learn how to cook, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright, I'll lend a hand if you guys want, but your choice.
Ray's like, just like, oh. Like, on the balls of her feet, just like, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be there in probably half an hour.
Ray, like, Sabriel just goes, like, 30 minutes.
Oh, who'd you call?
DN.
Oh, he's not sick of me yet, is he?
They like that I have friends.
Okay. Then.
Aww.
Ray throws a knife at Mercury.
Yikes.
Mercury
roll an
lets
attack
the
roll.
knife hit her. Oh no, Mercury lets the knife hit her.
Oh, I was
Mercury
looking for
does not-
damage, though. Yeah, you take 5 damage, Mercury.
And
Yeah,
Sabriel
Mercury-
screams.
Yep, so
Please?
does Uranus.
Out of curiosity, where does the knife stick? Please tell me it sticks.
It doesn't quite stick, but it, like, cuts across your shoulder.
Oh, Mercury doesn't
The
fucking
hell,
flinch.
Ray?
Several quickly.
I'm gonna go over
What?
and grab the knife.
No, no, it touched me. It's mine now.
Ray's
Dibs.
just gonna, like, leave the house.
Mercury's gonna take the knife very happily, wipe it off on her shirt, and stick it in her pocket.
Several just runs over real quick, just like, I'm so sorry for that. Are
Are
you
you
okay?
sorry? I am fine.
Okay. Please don't hold it against her. Several's gonna run out the door after Ray.
Uranus kind of like,
Mercury's
comes across your shoulder, just like, what the fuck?
I don't know. She likes knives, so I kind of figured it's like what's the one of the animals? You kind of look at it and you don't show fear, and then it eventually runs away. Pardon?
Most animals? Especially
Hi.
scavengers?
Like that. You know? So, at least now I got another cool scar. That'll be fun.
You were healed magically, no you don't.
At least I have a new knife, and that's what's important.
He just kind of nods and takes his seat by the side of the couch.
Several's running out to Ray.
Ray is like made it to like the bottom of the steps and like just on whatever grass she can find, just like curled up into a ball.
Hey.
She can't know shit. She can't know anything.
Okay. First of all, I don't think Mercury's mad at you.
She can't know.
Why can't she know?
She's... No, you can't. No.
It's okay if you don't want to tell.
You all could just be dangerous.
Say that again, sorry.
You all could just be dangerous.
What do you mean?
I don't know, there's something. I don't know what it is. But I just feel like I'm in danger all the time.
Can I sit down with you?
Yeah.
Several takes a seat on the grass.
My parents aren't dead, Sabriel. They are very missing, though.
And that's why you say what you say.
Yeah. I've been trying to... What the fuck is going on?
Sorry.
Pay no attention to the dork behind the curtain.
Hey, you're not wrong. Hey.
Where was I? Yes, the Pits of Despair.
Survivor Hutchinson. Sorry, go ahead.
They just up and left, and then my friend up and left. And I don't want myself or anyone I care about to be the next. So I don't like making friends.
Do you think we're going to leave?
None of them left on their own volition.
And you're worried that people who get close to you have that risk?
Because first it was my mom, then it was my dad, then it was him. And I can't have that happen to anyone else. Because everyone just disappeared.
Well, for what it's worth, I'd say we're a bit special in that regard.
Yeah.
We have actual proof that something like that happening to one of us is not the end of it.
Yeah.
Getting taken out of your own volition. We can talk to each other without anything.
Nah, just everyone I get close to sort of just disappears. It's fun.
No, it's not. Okay.
I should go apologize to Mercury.
It would be in order. Honestly, in terms of anyone, I think Uranus is having a day.
I should go apologize to Uranus.
And anyone else, and do your best to explain that you'll try to not throw a knife at any one of us in the future.
I'll tell them that, but it won't be sincere from the heart because I am a very paranoid person.
Well, then you can tell them that I'm going to work very hard to make sure you don't throw another knife at us.
Try and hold me back, Sabriel. See how far that gets you.
Oh dear.
I know I can't do much physically.
I know.
I'll do my best anyways.
Sort of like pats his shoulder. You're a good blue.
Tilts his head slightly. I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah. I'm gonna go apologize. Fenzi calling me a brat was really a smack in the face, and I don't want to get actually smacked in the face yet.
Do you... do you want me to help, or do you want to do this on your own?
You can help. I'm not sure I'm at the apology stage yet. I've always had issues with it.
Okay, what are you planning on saying to them right now?
Sorry I threw a knife at you. Also, can I have it back?
Okay,
Plug.
one of the parts of apologies and penance, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
is some sort of not suffering, but
Sorry I threw a knife at you. Here's 5 platinum. Can I have it back?
shakes his head. Just let them have the knife for now.
Oh,
You can use that 5 platinum to get another one.
get way more than 1 knife.
It's sentimental.
Then it's cost effective. Just let them keep it.
Okay. I should go apologize.
But yes, that's the most important.
Ray just sort of like stands up, just wipes whatever tears were in her eyes.
Several hands of tissue.
Ray goes to like smack the tissue. I'm just like, I need to stop doing that with you.
He's just still holding it.
Ray just pats it back to like to his side. Thanks though.
Okay. Several just walk behind Ray. Just a foot or two.
He's just gonna slip back up, open the door back to the apartment. Mercury,
You get no response, but
fuck, did
You
I
do
kill her?
you do hear very loud laughter.
Mercury,
Uranus kind of pokes his head out, and he's got like a bucket on his head.
Can we have a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not going in for anything elaborate, and I'm not throwing it across the room, but...
Yep.
Yeah.
Saren, you're doing a bit better than Mercury is. You're a bit more consistent.
Yep.
But
Guys.
Uranus pokes his head in the stairwell with like a bucket on his head, like, hi.
oh sorry, I spooked you, dude.
You're not gonna throw it at me, are you?
No, you didn't laugh at me when I've said something, or went all
Is that
and made
a
me
thing?
uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable easily, and I think I'm like a deer, but I have knives and opposable thumbs.
Deers run away when they get scared.
Oh, I did that afterwards.
They don't usually stab people first.
That's why I said a deer with knives.
They also can't throw things.
That's why I said with opposable thumbs.
Several leans in the door. I am going to try to work to make sure Ray doesn't do that as much.
I'd appreciate it. I can't always wear a bucket on my head, and I'm already missing one limb.
Just
Oh, sucks. How did you lose it, and where can I get a cool prosthetic?
We've discussed this last time.
also Ray focus.
Oh, apology knife.
Yes, apology knife. As an apology, you stabbed him again.
Stabbed as a warning.
Thanks, Uranus. I'm gonna go in now. Why are you wearing the bucket, though? Is it because of me?
There are knives everywhere now.
Uh-oh. Sabriel,
Oh, no,
you
wait.
better stay out here.
What have you started? I'll stay. I'll stay behind the cover of the doorway.
Ray stabbed as
Mercury.
a warning.
Mercury,
Curiosity, what the fuck is Roddy's reaction to all of this?
He's nonplussed. He's seen people go.
Mercury!
He's in the third state of denial.
You sound like you're having fun, but I've
Denial
come to
3.
apologize for making you bleed.
Why?
Because I caused you pain. Looking at like Sabriel just for like, like, am I doing it right?
This is my emotional support slot.
Yep. And there's a feign over, and that is bad because
campaign is bad because we are in a team together, and a team isn't a team if there's also a corpse.
You know, Babyface used to.
She's getting Several just like looks to his like the two voices and was like, she's getting better.
Theoretically.
They used to stab as a warning.
That was a warning, yes, Roddy. But warnings are not good when they are unexpected.
By the way, as you're looking in the room, you're just seeing Saren and Mercury just like throwing knives fucking everywhere.
No,
No, it's controlled.
What?
It's not haphazard,
It's controlled.
but it's a hazard.
It's a hazard.
Like flipping
I'm
it over
going
the
to
back
let-
of the hand and catching the handle, sort of thing.
I'm gonna let you guys put holes in the wall on your own volition. Roddy,
It's such a dark mirror.
Roddy, here
Yeah?
you go. And it's just like the folded photo, and then there's a card slipped into it.
Mhm.
That's yours.
Oh, is that the? That's the. Several leans in. That's the. What you got
Yeah.
sent.
That's
That's
pretty
the
boys.
photo, and there's a
Ordinary.
something there. I crossed out the names that I don't want you contacting, which is me. That's Fane.
Fair enough.
Take that and see if there's someone who you can mostly pay. Because Fenzi and I are nice. The rest of them like money. They're also
I
nice, but they
Get
want
that.
money.
I understand.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Real
How
fast,
many-
just confirm which card did you give them?
it's the card for
The group?
Ray Fenzi and the Funky Bunch.
Fenzi and
Yeah.
Funky Bunch.
Alright.
It's that one, but it's John would have the name. I'll send it to John.
Cool.
Alright. It is a potential contact list of people who can gather information.
Pain is bad because it is not good.
That's fine and all, but I'm keeping the knife.
That's fine. I can buy another one. And I have another one.
Slipknot?
I have 2 knives.
I have
I,
2 knives.
I understand the stab in me part. Next time, please make sure it actually sticks, because that was a shit throw. And 2, every
Nice.
knife you throw, I will keep.
I have 1
Nope.
knife.
Noted for
There is a knife tax.
Knife tag.
knives. I have 3 now.
Several like lightly leans in the doorway. If it's okay with you, Mercury, we're trying to make Ray not stab people as much.
Oh, but at the same time, it's bound to happen again. So,
I
don't.
Don't. Yes.
Encourage
Stop
it,
it there.
though.
Stop it there. Don't. Let's just don't.
No, every knife that hits me, I get to keep. It's called Finders Keepers with a blood pact. It's mine now.
Blood Pack Finders Keepers. Oh my god, you've heard of that too?
I have a collection. Do you want to see?
I heard that song in 2013.
I'm getting my ride, but hey, we'll do a knife not swap.
Knife meat.
Some pins. Do you want some pins? I'll trade you pins for knives.
Gonna have to do better than
More
that,
for that.
big boy.
I'll trade you a sharp object for fashion for a sharp object for stabbing.
Pins. I need to. It is pins.
If you've got pins and patches, I'll trade.
No, I got pins and buttons.
Okay, so Sabriel to like the voices, and it's like, this is progress. This is progress, right? I think this is progress.
No, it's not.
The Fae is loving this. He's just like, yes! Yes! The
The skull.
yes,
yes.
the other one is just like, this is open communication. Which is better.
I'll
This is
take
better,
you up
right?
for a swap meet later. We'll
You
do it
hear
later.
A beeping outside.
Fuck. Oh shit! I need to go.
We'll be off. Please be careful with those.
Never.
Wait, if Saren stabs you with her knife, is it also yours now?
No.
Not a question for you, Saren.
Mercury just kind of slowly. It's like the very slow head turn. Just if it gets my blood on it, it's mine.
Good to
Absolutely
know.
not. Because if I'm not going to stab you, if you reach out and deliberately get your blood on it in order to try to lay claim, then I'm going to stab you.
You know what? That's fair, and I can respect that.
You get 2 nods, Mercury.
Please don't stab anyone. As
I'm trying
drags
not
right out the door. Try harder.
Poor Samuel, man, he's trying so fucking hard, and then Mercury the Chaos Goblin is like, if I get stabbed, it's mine.
You don't want this, do you?
Okay,
Sorry,
okay,
I know where
Can
the
I
goal
keep
is.
I would just like to note, this is my favorite reason for a loot-hungry character.
Bonding over knives.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, Ray, we're gonna go in there and you're gonna apologize for stabbing that person. And Ray goes in and it's like, hey, throw it harder next time, asshole.
How me and you interact?
No, go fuck yourself. Have a great night.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you,
pretty. Mercury wants knives.
you make your way back to your household, right, with Sabriel in tow. You can send me a message on what you're going to be researching, and we can make the checks post-session. In the meantime, Roddy, you are fucking exhausted.
Yep.
So, you are free
If
to
Roddy
return to the bar
goes-
if you'd like.
If he goes to leave, Mercury gives him a very tight hug. And just drive safe, be smart, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. It's gonna take some doing, but I'll find her.
Find her.
We'll find her.
You're not alone in this.
And I thank you for that. Honestly, I don't know
Probably
many
gonna get
sheriffs
some.
that would stick their neck out for me like this.
Well, I like you, and I think you've got a good heart, and your soul is probably a lot of pretty colors, but I can't really see that. But no, you seem like a good person, and I trust you. And considering some of the stuff you went through, I like to think that you'd stand by me if I ever had to go through something like that.
Okay. So, it begins.
It begins. Now go get some sleep and feckin' eat something.
Right, and he's gonna head back to the Chimera Den. Sit down at the bar, have something to eat.
Oh my god. Bastard. So yeah, you head home. Elena, as always, has a meal prep for you, but she seems to have gone home early. It is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So she seems to be enjoying the time in herself. So, Mercury and Saren.
So, first question. Saren has proficiency in survival, and she has done various woodcraft, she's hunted, etc., etc. What does she know about covering scent?
Roll a survival check.
Alright. I imagine she knows the obvious of stay downwind, but when that's not possible. Or-
Stay downwind, scentless deodorants, things like that. Anything that's going to be the location you're going towards helps. So, say for example, you know you are going to need to basically not be smelled in the wilderness. Don't go grabbing some kind of jungle scent. If you know there's going to be certain kinds of animals around, be an unobtrusive animal that they're not going to react to, etc., etc. Basic stuff.
Alright. So, she knows the location. They've been there before. Would it be reasonable to say that she would know what to do, or she would be prepared on that roll? Or is
Yeah.
that... Okay.
Indoors is always tough.
Oh, it's not
But the fact
indoors.
it's... Hold on. Remind me where you're going again. Just before I speak with the wrong context.
Burial time.
What?
Where are we going?
I figured we were going to the same place as last night.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Please send me a message of where you're going, just to be sure.
Ah,
Graveyard, graveyard.
Okay.
Great. He's gonna sleep, but if you put.
So the graveyard, yeah, it's simple enough. You know the types of trees that are in the area. You were in one for a while, probably. Honestly, if you use the clothes that you were in the night before, you might be fine. Jesus fucking Christ, Ariel. So distracting. Oh, this is revenge for what me and Ty do all the time on Tuesdays, isn't it? But yeah, you actually, honestly, if you use the clothes you wore the night before, probably be a pretty good set to use.
okay, good. She'll make sure that Mercury is aware of that before we head out. And
Right.
yeah, to the graveyard, find places to hide.
Way up in the trees
Yep.
this time.
I still have that map because I was going to archive it.
And we're gonna wait and watch. This is why she took a nap in the middle of the day.
Oh, Mercury's just vibrating with goblin energy.
All right. So both of you give me stealth checks.
Alright. I swear I rolled. Okay, there it is.
13 and 13. Okay. So you guys take a reasonable position up in a tree. It's not anything major, but it's enough to keep quiet and take watch. Is there anything particular look?
The plan was to stake out another burial and actually stay up, stay quiet, and watch what happens and not be spotted.
I will
Okay.
say, for the sake of it, Mercury
So-
will have rolled around in dirt.
Sure. So would you have requested that the groundskeeper do another burial that day in advance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was the thing because when I got the message, it was there's another burial tonight. Do you want to stake it out?
Yep,
So
just
I
wanted to make
assumed
sure.
that had been okay.
So you stake it out. It's in a slightly better kept position, but we're gonna use the same map for the function of this. As the night comes, it was a younger human this time. Fortunately passed away just due to injury and effectively had a DNR as part of their certificate, their license. Do not revive. And they are buried peacefully just before sunset. The time you arrive, it's taken care of, buried properly, and as the night goes on, roll a perception check. Actually, let me check something.
Oh,
Yeehaw.
much better.
Paul. Hold on, where's my calendar? Okay, so there is a bit of a light in the moon. Okay. So as you watch through the night, you see once more the distant mists begin to rise, the moisture in the ground begin to take to the air, the cold descends. Distantly once more you hear a howl. As you take your vigil in the tree, see a kind of lone, large creature. Roughly the size of the weeping jackal of before, but much thicker of body, heavy of fur, and intelligent. It doesn't weep. There's no pooling. Instead, it has this almost skeletal form. Or perhaps flayed would be a better word as it gets close. Its muscles showing where skin should be. Eyes hidden beneath these scraps of fur that are still attached that would be eyelids if they were still together. There's a bit of fur on the back across the spine, and it is moving with a grace which you did not see in the jackals. It gets close to the burial site and sniffs the air a little bit. Let's see, what is their bonus? In the meantime, let's have both of you roll me religion checks. Just because I'm in a sheet, tell me what the number is.
16.
Dane?
7.
7? Alright. See, and let's see what that creature roll with. 19. Alright. Looking on it, Saren, it's not undead. Undead don't have this aura to them. It's different. In the moonlight, it seems almost odd. Whereas the weeping jackals almost seem to revere the moonlight. Able to see in it, they glowed. This one almost seems to wilt. But as it sniffs the air, you see the vaguely covered eyes look up at you and kind of cock its head. And as it takes a step forward, as it passes beneath a branch and back into the moonlight, it turns into a jackal. Normal-sized jackal, 5 feet tall, sleek fur, black, a bit of a golden ruff around the neck. It's basically a tree sitting, kind of that dog sit. Looks up at you and speaks in. Let's see. Language does it speak in? I shouldn't have closed the sheet.
Jackal?
It's not the same type as before, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Oh, I should be writing this down.
Yeah, the last one spoke Celestial.
Actually speaks out in common.
Okay.
It says,
Mode.
"You don't seem like a bird. Quite a strange looking one if you are."
I'm tempted just to go tweet.
There's no point.
Tempted.
It's up to you. There's no point hiding up in the tree. Come down, speak with me.
I prefer being up in the tree, thanks.
See, the last time we tried to do that, it didn't end so nicely, so no thank you.
Well, then you see it kind of. Its eyes glow for a second, and it begins to float up in the air next to you. About 20 feet up.
Ah. You fly.
Eight?
Great.
I am unusual like you are. Why are you here? Do you stand vigil over this burial site? Or are you mourners?
Why?
I figured it's only good manners to figure out why you're here. Clearly waiting for something.
We're here to observe.
Observe what precisely?
Taking of a corpse.
Whatever comes, really. And
You
then you
intend to
showed
stop
up.
it?
No. We just want to know why it's happening.
As do many.
Hmm.
Why the curiosity? Do you find yourself drawn to the damned?
Do you?
Say that.
I find myself on a mission. Stop me, no. But in the long run, do you seek to prevent the work of the jackals?
Depends on what that work is, I suppose. Is it hurting anybody? Is it causing pain?
No, it is a reverence of the dead and the gods who protect them.
And if there's been no pain caused, I don't see a reason.
Very well.
Can you define reverence of the dead? Because the people who put them here define it very differently than you do.
Yes. And we don't force our beliefs onto the living. Their burial rights are theirs, but
But
it's
you
not
do.
enough.
But you do force them when you undo those rights.
Why do you take them? Why these bodies in particular?
Not to prepare them for, in a way that the general population can or will.
Why do you take that upon yourself, though? Why is it your job, your duty, I suppose?
That is what we have been decreed.
By who?
To lead our little group, which I get the feeling you have heard of as, if my guess is correctly, you are the ones who have been investigating the jackals and have fought here the night before.
Did not mean to fight.
No, no one ever does. I wish to harm you either.
Discussion was tried for, but unfortunately, we had to result in violence, which is something I do not like to do.
Well, okay, so I hope it does not come to that. As I have no wish to defend myself in a situation like that.
Why is it important to remove these bodies? You didn't answer.
It's what I've been commanded to do by someone far more intelligent.
Why?
Don't know.
Do they have a name?
They do. I'm sure if you observe long enough, you'll find it too. This isn't as simple as what you would probably refer to as cultists. Serving something greater. Something necessary. And if that means disturbing the dead and preparing them in a safer manner, then that's what we do.
What do you mean by a safer manner? Out of curiosity, I know there's a problem with undead further in the country. Is this something you're trying to prevent?
Possibly. As I said, I know not what the greater purpose is I serve.
Then who can we talk to that would?
He smiles at you. I believe we've already been there, my dear.
Been there?
Yes. Return back to the mausoleum. I believe Maribel will have many words for you.
Maribel.
Yeah, owner of the mausoleum.
But if you do not intend to stop me this day, then
No.
will you lend me a hand so the body does not get more destroyed than it must? You do have the benefit of tool manipulation that I do not.
In that case, why is Maribel sending out you? And not somebody with the ability to hold a shovel?
Thumbs. No offense.
Well, this is our duty. We do a good enough job, but
There's such a thing as giving duty to the people, the beings who are suited to carry it out.
yes,
Is
and
she
there's such a thing as...
short-handed?
You still also smile at that. You can call it that. I believe it is more inconspicuous, though. A dog dragging away a body is far less cause for concern than a man unrelated to the corpse.
I mean, grave diggers are pretty common for medical students, in all honesty, so I kind of get that.
If Maribel is the person who's having you do this, or one of the people, she owns that mausoleum.
Yes.
If the dead need to be prepared in a different way, I'm sure she's in a position, if anybody is, to do that through more official channels. Why all of this?
You would have to ask her. I know not.
About your burial rites. I know the basics and stuff like that, but specifically, do you know maybe what's so different?
I fetch the bodies, I do not prepare them. Come,
I understand.
you ask her, I'm sure she'll be delighted at the prospect of those of appropriate interest.
So will she still be awake in the office?
Possibly. Though, being awoken early would not be the worst thing.
I'm gonna pass on
Apologies.
helping move a body, but I am going to talk to her.
Very well.
Apologies. We can't really interfere.
Not forcing me to do something of discomfort, I will not force you. Observe as you wish, little birds. You see him float back down towards the ground. Just start digging it up. When he gets to the cask, you see him turn back to the flesh form earlier. Digging his claws in beneath the lid. Crack it open, grab the corpse by the back of the neck, and just start dragging.
I guess we'll climb down the tree and go to the mausoleum. On the ride over there, just, so that was pretty weird.
Yeah. Can't say I've ever had that happen to me.
You ever seen a floating dog before?
No.
So, you gonna take the lead here with this Maribel girl? You've met her before.
Once. But if you think of something, just go ahead and jump in.
Sounds like a plan. We'll pull up to the mausoleum, I suppose.
Alright. So, as you pull in, not really loud at this point the night. It's a quiet place. Check the door, it seems to be open. Step inside. There's a small bell kind of sitting on the front counter from earlier. And a little sign up. It basically says any late night requests, please ring it and give me a few minutes to prepare.
Little ding ding ding.
Yep.
And then in the meantime, just turn to Mercury and I'm probably gonna be blunt.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, they're digging up bodies. I kind of want to know why. I got your back.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
As you guys take a seat, presumably, there's a number of comfortable cushions. You see her come out, kind of dressed not super fancy, but well enough. And she gives you a smile, staring a bit of a confused look, like, oh, hello.
Yeah. Hi. Ran into a friend of yours just a little bit ago. Got a bit of a skin condition. Really memorable.
She kind of almost winces at that. Says, saw them in their,
He needed a hand, but we weren't really in a position to lend any.
my apologies.
Nice.
And he sent you here.
We had questions. He said you might have answers.
Sure. Might I ask under what context?
Why? Just why? Why all of the convoluted nonsense with the dogs and the bodies and...
Digging up
Yeah.
and reburying people.
There's got to be a more straightforward way to do whatever you're doing. If it's that important.
There is, but this is quicker. More capable.
But why, though? What's the reason? Is it just your beliefs that they should be buried a different way, or is it to actually prevent something from happening?
From my understanding, it's to prevent, but I am not the head of all this. I hope you understand.
Just... tell us whatever you can. What you know.
I have to ask, is this for investigative purposes or for personal?
We need
Personal.
we need to find out why dogs are digging up bodies and dragging them off. If there's something wrong with the dogs, or if there's something else.
And just because we find something doesn't necessarily mean we have to report it.
So you do report to someone.
Basics. But for me, personally, this is a personal interest. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm curious. It's a mystery to me. Why are you digging up bodies? Where are they going? What are you doing with them? Are you taking out their organs and putting them into nice little jars? Like, at least that's what I've read, but I don't know if that's exactly accurate. Or,
Correct
are
practices.
okay, so you are taking out organs. That's cool. No, for me, I'll be completely honest with you. This is completely personal. I'm just very curious.
And you? Which looks to you, Siren?
Completely impersonal.
I hope you understand if I am hesitant. But the short answer is we use the dogs, as you call them. Because as much as they are not as capable to use tools, to use their hands, they're much better at it than putting organs in jars, as you say.
Disassembling?
Yes, they're not very good at it. So we have the humans do that instead. I hope you understand. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't desperation.
Yeah,
We don't
that's
want to cause a ruckus.
you got
But
that impression
time
from
is
your
short.
friend. What are you trying to prevent? What's worse? What's coming or happening or
I don't know. I know it is something dangerous. Dangerous enough that we have cause to fear agents of who we fight. So, us of the lower ranks don't know much. Instead, well, I can get into theocratic celestial theory, but the more we do this, the more we strengthen our side. And in doing so, we are shoring up the defenses against what could come. Which
War
only is
between the
it is
gods.
distasteful. Perhaps, as I said, I don't know what specifically is coming. I just know it is dangerous. And I have seen what their agents can do.
Our agents.
Of
Agents of
whatever.
who?
Of our enemy. Of all of our enemy.
Your enemy.
I don't know. I just know they are dangerous. So I strengthen the god I worship.
Anubis.
Yes. That's the modern name for it, yes.
It's the old name.
It's, she says the name primordial. It's basically the ancient Egyptian name for it. It was not pronounced Anubis. That's all.
Anpu?
Anpu, that's what it was.
Do all this to strengthen your god. Is it something specific against Anubis, or is it grand scheme kind of big bad sort of idea?
Dear, I don't know. It is dangerous for... It puts everyone at danger to know more, but I do know that the more we do this, the more we keep people safe. It comes with someone I trust dearly.
Mind if we know who that is, so we can ask them maybe?
I do mind, actually, yes.
I understand then. At the same time, we're just trying to understand what's going on. If this is keeping people safe and is protecting people, then I don't see a problem in it continuing. But unfortunately, people might not see it that way unless we can give them a reason as to why it has to stay that way.
And if the person you trust is wrong or misled, then there's probably a bigger problem.
But mind you, they might not be. And they could be 100% right. But if we have proof, if we have probable cause as to why this is happening, why this must continue to happen, you won't have to do it in secret anymore. It can be done safely and properly.
If you think we haven't tried that, then, well, you are incorrect.
Tried it. But a lot of times, people won't listen to something unless the bad thing is already happening. Unless it's begun to happen in their town, in their city, to them, to their family.
We can't afford for that to
Otherwise,
happen yet.
I know, but you need to be aware that it might come down to that. That's just unfortunately the way that certain people, and a lot of people are. They'll wait until the worst case scenario, and then they'll start listening. And it's happened all throughout history, and it will keep happening until everything goes.
Then you understand.
I do. I really do.
Turns to Saren. And who do you plan to report this to?
Whoever necessary.
Should I expect a visit from anyone? Is what I'm asking.
Possibly. I don't know yet. I feel like we've got more to follow up on, but we'll see. Frankly, this whole thing reeks of manipulation, of misinformation. And of a gamble either way. Maybe there is some great threat that you're honestly actually preventing, or maybe you're causing it and you don't know it. So,
Whisper the same things that I fear at night, my dear.
So, what do you know about the agents of the enemy? Anything? Nothing?
Go and give a persuasion check. Take advantage from Gary.
Okay. Persuasion,
Said you'd seen them.
-1. 14.
14's not bad.
Oh, I rolled a
She
15.
sighs and just sits down. She's old. You can tell she's not particularly fit either. I know that this war has been fought for hundreds, if not thousands of years. But I know that they've been gaining power, so we've needed to do the same. I know they kill with poison when they need to, but they don't often do so. I don't know what god they serve, so I don't know what it is that they do to honor them, to give them strength. I do know they use poison a lot, though. If you believe some of the rookie, then it's Set, who it always is. God of chaos. Whereas the dead have always been a land of order. I believe others, they would say it's Apophis, the fundamental god of destruction. But so we believe it to be something bigger, not this subtlety. So we don't know.
What do you think it is?
I'd rather not know. I
But
know
what
that
do
it
you
is.
think?
I think it is something who would see the age we have reached, an age of primarily peace, come to end. Everywhere we go and we work, there's no war. There's no large-scale conflicts. after a few years of us being there. We don't want there to be more dead. We don't want there to be violent deaths. So we strive for peace. But it's also, I don't know. I don't wish to know. I fear my time will come in the next couple of years. So I'm simply doing what I can before my time comes.
Is there anybody else who we can talk to? Anybody who might know more, who can give us a better insight to this, more knowledge on who you're fighting against, what you're trying to prevent?
No one I can trust you with, my dear.
Understandable?
I understand that as much as you wish well. I know how we are perceived. I know you think us a cult. By all definitions, we are.
Every religion is a cult by all definition. Just depends on if it's liked enough by society, that's all.
But we are different. We don't disturb the living, we disturb those who have passed. And part of our rituals is to make sure that it doesn't ruin their soul. It brings them somewhere else, maybe, but it brings them somewhere of peace, of order. No devils, no demons can reach them there. If they're elves, we leave them be. As elves are immortal, we leave those with odd souls be. Those who have that, who it's mostly up to a tip of the dice. They could be in worse places. But their families forgive us when they realize what we're trying to do.
I think they will. But remember, just be careful, please.
Of course, Mercury hear a sound kind of down the mausoleum. The door opening, and you see that same jackal walk out, trot up to you guys and sit at Maribel's feet. In its smaller form.
So
Not
it's
looking like a horrible terror beast.
a dog. So what is it besides being a jackal? It's not, you know? Is it a
See
spirit?
Maribel's mouth kind of twist with distaste, and the jackal smiles. It says, I suppose by definition I'm a shape changer. Though some would rather call me a fiend.
Are you... I think so you're a fiend, in a sense. Are you familiar to someone?
No, I'm a servant of greater power. Summoned to keep an eye on Maribel here.
Why does she need somebody to watch her?
She is a frail old woman, of course. But, I'll admit we are not as strong as we could be.
When
Saren,
you said...
I need you to go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Who, what?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me? Okay, fun.
Yes.
Bloody hell.
Oh.
4. Alright, what's happening?
You knew beforehand that this was impersonal, but there's something about hair here. You're not sure if it's from what Mercury's been saying or something, but you want to trust them. They can't be doing anything too bad. They're not hurting people, like like Mercury said. But it's at least worth hearing them out. So you are currently charmed,
Okay.
though you are not aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, in that case, we'll be going.
And this is the jackal speaking. If you two don't mind, Now, Beer Hill's always so shy. I take it you want to know more, don't you?
Yeah.
Depends on what you're offering.
You said you didn't know much, but yeah,
Maribel doesn't know much. The Jackal. It's a bit different.
the
Say,
Jackal said
we
he
can...
didn't know much. But okay.
How about this? Shall we show you two what we're doing? No tricks. You get to see the faces of some of the people here as a sign of our trust.
Alright.
Would you offer that?
I'll be frank, I want you on our side. I don't wish for conflict.
She's giving Saren a very odd look.
To be fair, real quick, unless it's a spell or effect with very specific other wording, charm just means the charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with me. So if it
Yep.
were to be
I will say, this
a-
one specifically has the note.
Okay.
That you regard them as a friendly acquaintance.
Okay, friendly acquaintance,
Yeah, it is just charm person, I'll say that.
Alright, okay. So I don't necessarily have to go along with everything, but probably
No.
they're gonna be, yeah.
You have a far higher level of trust than you would.
Yes. Okay.
Charm is messy, this is why I don't use it very much.
Gonna just... Alright.
Mm.
I do want to see more of what's actually going on. I do want more of the truth here.
It's getting late.
Yeah, but
And there's a lot to do tomorrow.
the more we can find out now, we can investigate the other angle tomorrow.
Mr. Jackal, how willing would you be to allow us a night to go home to rest? We've been up very
Fortunately,
late.
I ask that you show or give us the reason to trust you.
What do you need?
We're trusting you by bringing you. Come back tomorrow. We have no reason to believe you wouldn't come. Filled with divination sensors or being tracked by people that we have no way to screen. Come, we won't take you far. You can leave whenever you'd like.
Mercury's gonna feign to Saren. Are you sure about this?
Saren will feign back. They've been pretty straightforward and accommodating so far.
Does Mercury recognize
Got
any
a-
inkling of charm?
Roll an insight check. It'll be a very high one, though.
I would say because she's been charmed before, in the sense of with the chartreuse dude.
Of course. But yours is a very different type of charm. Yours was almost a mind control. Even with an 18, it's not enough. Saren's not doing anything unreasonable. You also know that of the outright fighters, other than Roddy, she's probably the most capable.
But
And it's
I don't know, she's just acting out of character. It's just odd.
it's debatable whether she is. You can have your inklings, but there's no outright reason to believe.
I don't think I'm acting that out of character, honestly.
Yeah, again,
Years
that's what I
ago.
say. It's all of the offers have been reasonable. It's not like they've even had to persuade you guys of anything. It's just that she seems to be giving it a chance, whether it's because of your lead of giving them a chance or what. Yeah, there's no acting outside of character.
Saren will feign to Mercury. I don't have a bad feeling about this. If it makes you feel better, I can teleport us a little way at least. Give us a head start if there is trouble. I don't think there will be, though.
Alright, that's fine enough. Okay, we'll follow you, I suppose.
Just one sec. Making sure everything is organized.
Time to get in trouble.
To die. Dun, dun, dun!
I'm going to use the other token just because I only have one token for this creature, but I will show you guys onto the map that you're brought into.
Alright.
Oh, yippee.
Oh boy. This is, Map is a little blurry, but it might just be Roll20 catching up with things.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Oh, mine hasn't even changed.
Are we down at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay.
So Maribel is the token you see there, and
Yep.
there is the creature.
Ah, hideous. Wonderful. Okay.
That's the bad form.
It looks like a bad
Changed
form.
yet.
Yep.
Whenever
Show
it
you
does,
now.
it will do.
Yep, it'll show up eventually. See as they kind of bring you into this first room, which you can actually see, reveal it properly. Polygon reveal. Yep. There we go.
Yep.
This first room here, you don't see the writing, by the way. The writing in yellow.
I don't see any writing.
Oh, thank God, I put it on the right layer this time. Okay.
Oh,
There's been a couple maps where I put it on the wrong layer, and I bring people on the map, and I go, oh, there are other DM notes. I'm like, shit.
good to know.
That's not disconcerting at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love.
Honestly,
when
it's just
tough.
for the furniture inside the room.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll read it out right if you want. The room is primarily for show, has a number of bodies mummified and cut out sections of the wall, as well as a series of primordial writings on the walls. Yep. Sorry, man. They chose to go on their own.
Hey, I sat my character on the bench for this entire first 2/3 of the session. So.
I know, but like,
You're a this is a far more individualistic party, and I kind of really like that. It makes things
Oh.
very interesting.
God,
Glad someone does.
I'm not going to intentionally fuck you over for it. Don't worry.
yikes.
But Mercury would
Go
have
take a
come
nap.
out. So
Sorry, I'm a bit salty.
that's okay. Hey, you got your one-on-one shot. You got your time.
I know.
You get to find
You
out.
step in here.
You get
I'm a
to
petty
know-
bitch,
You
but
get to
like,
know
I,
my
I,
weird
John, I know
ways.
this about you, and I love this. Anyways,
You're right, guys. I get to feign my character surprised at all this information.
fuck.
I mean, if you'd rather, I could do a 2-on-2 shot for the rest of this. Or 2-on-1 shot.
Up to you.
Everyone else leave.
No,
Fine,
I would-
Evan, go play
I would-
Terraria.
This isn't going to last much longer. Don't worry. At the first, the session is done soon.
Alright.
Okay.
If it wasn't the end of the session, I would have done it differently.
Also, boys, this has been planned since like the last. It's like I literally messaged Ario, was like, "You're coming on a solo mission."
Individualistic parties are fun. Also, Alsana, get out of here. Anyways,
Yeah, bitch ass.
So.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was joking, guys. Chill. So, you enter the room, both of you. It is well taken care of. There are a number of very clearly mummified and gilded bodies on the walls, entombed behind glass. There are different races, it seems, and they have intricate writings all over them. The walls themselves have these writing in primordial, in a very old form of it too. And as you're kind of guided through, Maribel kind of points each of them. These are those who came before me. Have served the cult, if you like, of Anubis for their whole lives, and have chosen to be entombed. She gestures to one here by the entrance, and that will be where I rest next. I have to ask, do you want to see our work? Do you like to see our altars, our statues? What would you like to know more about the people, about the religion?
Yes.
Whatever's gonna shed some light on what you're doing.
I'll save you the process that we do to take care of the bodies. I'll bring you to the altar. Maybe it will speak to you.
Speak. What?
So, we're priests. Sometimes, if we're lucky, the ones we pray to speak down on us, give us guidance. Maybe it'll help shed light and answer the questions that I can't. Will you join me?
Sure.
Look over at Mercury. Alright.
She leads you to this. Oh, is that hide? That's hide. Hold on. Reveal area. There we go.
My
Choose
map
to-
still has not changed.
That's okay. Hopefully it does eventually, and I'll leave it on. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure I dragged right. Oh, shit. Your token didn't go on it. That's why. Sorry, I dragged it. Just never clicked, apparently. So they bring you over to this room, through the hallway.
Is it up
Mercury,
here?
isn't there? Which
This one?
Yes.
So
As a
Mercury,
note, when you step through that kind of major hallway, you notice that all the kind of little metal fastenings in your body begin to kind of vibrate. The gold in your pockets almost seem to shift magnetically. Only when you pass by the statues, though. Guy, do you see the map yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So just put the tokens there. Oh, wrong one. There. So, did you see Maribel take a small ring off her finger? As she holds it up, it grows warm and disappears. A small alcove opens. You guys have high enough passive insight. You notice Maribel is looking kind of nervously at the jackal. Almost like she would rather not show this to people. But there's a small altar made of a seeming carved large bone, singular. It's incredibly intricate. There are writings in primordial, as well as an old form that we would recognize as Egyptian, but it's a very old form of primordial. And you see as you two look at it, you see the eyes almost seem to follow both of you. Well, if you so desire, you can try to speak to Anubis. He may answer you. He's not a unfriendly god.
Mercury will actually kneel as pretty much just out of a sign of respect.
Feel free to step into the room there, though. You can step through this wall right here. Damn it, wrong one. This wall, if you'd like. It's a fake wall.
Okay, I'll go through the wall. I don't like this.
It's where you'd have to go to kneel, like, basically. It's the only place in a room.
I know, but I'm paranoid.
Understandable. But as you kind of kneel into it, go ahead and roll me D100.
Oh boy. Father Anubis.
Oh shit.
Oh, you rolled a 10.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Oh no! Papa, are you there?
So,
Am I going to become a cleric today?
I think that's where we're going to end the session for today. At least for most of the party. As I'll drag Sky into the chat.
Oh!
As Mercury, as you're looking, everything you see disappears. And you sink through the ground.
No!
Not physically, just
Oh
what you see.
God.
I wanted to talk to it too. Can I roll a D100?
Go for it.
She doesn't kneel. She just stands in the entryway of the little place, looks
Okay,
at the
go for it.
thing, and says, "What the hell are you having these people do?" I'm probably not gonna
D100.
roll as good. 76. Nope.
You do not have the same reaction.
Yep. All right. Good to know.
Sky, what is it about
Just in
you?
case.
And contacting gods by accident.
No.
The DC was, like, it was 10 below. That was what the thing to get it was.
Wow.
Only if you kneel, too. God damn it. Okay, yeah. So, that's for what end of session. I guess we're gonna have one more session of this arc. Possibly two. Depending how this goes.
Yoink me into the chat, brother.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think we'll end the recording there.
Yep. Okay.
Let me go
Sorry.
speak to the father of
No,
the
I'm
dead.
not.
Cults and cartels.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the episode title. Terrible as
Cults
it
and
is.
cartels.
Yep. Okay. Till then. Good
Oh,
night.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
Good night.